All right, y'all, we back. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Father God is making a weird sound and we can't hear you. Okay, can you hear me now? Yep, everything good. Salute, family. I appreciate y'all, man. We've been trying to get everything together. Brother Papa Doc, what's good? First class citizen. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. We trying to get together this. Shout out to Lotus. Shout out to First Class. We trying to get this meet and greet together, man. So we've been running a little late. Y'all rule. My bro Corey, what's good, family? Hey, Levon. Levon, that's my ride or die right there, Levon. I see you. Salute to the water gang. Y'all know how we do. I had to tap in on this Tiffany Haddish. Let y'all see it. Then we're going to open up the chat. Y'all know we're going to talk our talk. Salute. Salute, family. Yeah, but you know, 154, they always bring people on their show and they got to discredit us for some reason. They got to talk bad. LF Jasper, what's good? Salute to Marco. I see you. Jesse in the building. Yeah, I gotta go over her, man. Shay Boogie in the building. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna give y'all my take on this, but you know, they always say something on 154 where they try to discredit us. Check this out.
There's not a lot of, from what I understand and from what talking to the people in my own personal research, not a lot of like murder and crime and stuff, because like you go to jail. Also, everybody knows how to kill. Like as soon as you turn 16, you go directly into the military, and everybody knows how to murder. Everybody knows how to like tear you up.
Oh, so they all like
train. We can all kill each other.
Yeah, I could kill you in a minute. Like,
let's chill.
Try me if you want to, but you will bleed out. Like, and I like that for some reason. I really like.
So I'm gonna give y'all she's giving her what she liked the most about her dad is Eritrean from Africa. And she gonna say something like they do it so much better in Africa, but she don't want to live over there. But she kind of threw some jabs at us. But yeah, y'all, we know that she jumping on the 154. She jumping on the back to Africa theory. Salute, Queen G. Salute to the water game. We're gonna go over this, but check this out. When she talk about FBA.
Because it's like it probably is domestic violence going on, but I feel like it could be both ways.
So it's kind of like when you go to like Texas here in America.
Everyone has a gun.
Everybody has a gun, so it keeps you on your best behavior.
That's right.
So you tell me, even though at 6'6", 270, if I go over to Eritrea and some 15 or 16-year-olds start talking trash to me, I might just be like, "It's cool, young."
Y'all will have a conversation.
You're right.
Before you get to like trying to fight.
Look at me. I am captain now. That's Somali.
Yeah. But no, real talk though. That's which is down Somalis right down the street. But it's like they say the female troops are like even more like distinguished, more vicious. They're very good at like strategic and killing. Like, so it's it's just. Yeah. I kind of want to be in it. I kind of want to just to learn, just to have a skill.
Did you see any of because I know there was the Amharic and Tigrinya
something was going
The
on.
TPLF
yeah.
and yeah.
Did you experience any of that? Did you hear anything about it?
I mean, I experienced it online.
Oh, okay. That's
So
what I was
I
just
mean,
wondering.
it's,
Yeah.
I don't, it's like an online thing, but
Okay.
and I heard a lot about it, and
Yeah.
I listened to the people tell me stories and all of that, and even where my Anhari is not Anhari, that's in Zimbabwe. Ahari, no, that's Zimbabwe. Maybe it is. No, Gahazakan is my grandfather's village. There's a house being built for me there and everything, and that's right on the borderline of where the Tigre and Tigrinya,
okay.
and all of that. That's right on the borderline. But I don't know a whole lot about that.
Yeah.
I don't deal with those type of politics.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a businesswoman.
Well, one thing that is a little political, and I believe you've kind of gotten yourself into this. What is this vaginal smoking? Like, have you gone to
vaginal smoking?
Now, y'all know, yeah. Shout out to LaVon. She has been getting dragged the last couple of years, and this is a good way. You know that back to Africa theory is a good way for them to get back on. Check this out. But check out what she say to this. It's like she is a little dense, man. You know,
If
Which
vaginal smoking
instantly made me feel like I visualized my vagina as like puffing on a cigar or a blunt. Like instantly I thought of my vagina smoking a fat blunt. Like
that's the visual that I had, and I'm like,
or vagina talking with the cigarette.
Yeah, like you trying to get up in this thing. What you want to
Well, you better know.
like she ain't funny though, dog. Like, is she a comedian? Salute, Daryl Williams. Certified salute, bro. Reality, what's good, family? Yeah, y'all know how we do. Yo, this ain't even funny though. It's like, bro, she ain't. Is she a comedian? Like, what is Tiffany Haddish though? I don't even know like what she do. Is she just an actor or something? Y'all, I hear her name, but she a goofy. She goofy. She definitely is goofy. But what's crazy is she don't look like she come from Africa. To me.
what you doing? What is vaginal smoking? It's like a spa treatment.
First of all, I don't even know if it's called vaginal smoking. It's called tish. It's a tish.
Oh, tish.
Yeah, tish.
Oh, tish.
And,
What's tish?
and it's basically, you know how you sit in a sauna?
Yeah.
And you know the kind of saunas that look kind of like a toaster oven cover?
Yeah.
Okay, so they kind of make their own version of a toaster oven cover with like a tarp and stuff, like big blankets and everything. And there's like a hole in the ground. And there's wood in that hole, okay? in that hole, and it's like certain woods, or maybe driftwood, just some old wood. It's wood up in there, okay?
Acacia wood.
We hope it's cedar wood or something like that. Something delicious, pine wood, but it's wood in the hole.
Okay.
And you have like a little chair that you sit on, like a very small like bench that you sit on, and they put this tarp around you, like a toaster oven cover, and they burn that and you smolder it, and then it smokes. And then they put l'chai. L'chai is a butter, a certain type of butter, all over from your head all the way down to your feet, and even some inside.
Whoa,
right? Inside. It's like you basting. It's kind of like you making a turkey, like a
wow, butter up in your coochie.
Butter up in your coochie.
Who wants some butter in their snatch?
Butter in your coochie, everything on your hair, your ears, everywhere, and then you sit on the stool, and then it smoldering the smoke, and just a little bit of smoke will come out, but you get really hot, and it's kind of like a sauna, and you are supposedly smoking out like toxins and things are coming out of your body, and like this is something that you do before you get married, so you like preparing like. Getting rid of all the spirit, all whatever from the past, and all that.
Smoke it out.
All the other dudes.
All that stuff. And prepare yourself for your husband. And then they also do it like right before you have a baby. And then some women just do it like it's maintenance. But you smell like very hickory, very smoky, like a barbecue. I did it. And like men was like, oh, hello. Like they was like attracted to me. And I was like, dang, I might should do this in my backyard. Just smoke out that thing. But
smoke out
that thing. Well, she was with a little hat.
Smoke out that
That
thing.
barbecue.
We'll be back.
That
after these
barbecue.
messages.
Get that barbecue
Smoke out that
coochie.
thing.
That hickory flavored
Smoke
coochie.
out that thing.
It's like,
Here's her new hit. Smoke out that thing by Tiffany Haddish.
Oh my goodness.
but if you notice, like there's a lot of cultures that do that. The V steam, where they steam it out, in the Korean culture, Asian culture. There's a lot of like you want to, you got to rinse that thing out.
So
I
that's
can see the
tish, right?
Tish.
The tish.
Tish.
Now, I gotta ask, have y'all ever heard of this? Little soap and water would do it old school. Shout out to Tadia, man. What is they talking about? Missed you as well, darling. Straight, she dense and goofy. Depends on what's been in that thing. Y'all say nope, never heard of it. They smoking. What the heck? I guess they use smoke for a private parts over there in Africa because they ain't got no soap and water. Okay, that's making sense. It's like, what is she talking about? I'm like, they're smoking out of their. It's weird. I'm late, y'all. I was using soap and water. Ain't that wrong with that, man? Ain't that wrong with that? Witches. This is we never heard of this before. This is, I guess, a African culture thing.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it now. Like you opening your own spa here in the States, like Tiffany Haddish Tish. And then stores everywhere, and you can just
And then in parentheses, smoke out that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoke out that thing. Yeah, smoke out that thing.
In case you don't know what it means.
I was asking
Smoke
them
out
if they do it, if men do it, and she's like, no, men, no, men do not do it. I said, but if men did it, I mean, it'd be some smoky nuts. That'll be kind of
Smoky nuts.
I wouldn't run away from some smoky nuts, a nice smoke like a hickory, made apricot. Cherry wood.
Cherry wood
nuts.
Smoke.
Nothing like.
She's a sack chaser. All right, y'all. Like, this is crazy. She half and half like Nip. Okay. She half and half like Nip. So we gotta. She a part of the lineage. Too much babble. Be careful. They could be casting spells. Yeah. Yuck. She knows she cannot talk like that in her homeland. Smoke cooter. No, but man, we're gonna get into the real talk in a minute. Let me let her finish this little up what they talking about with this, but I want to show y'all some FBA.
Like a nice night with some cherry wood nuts.
I'm sorry.
Boy.
I'm sorry if it's too graphic. But
No,
No.
Come on now.
it's tradition, and it's it gets rid of
Right.
bacteria
That's
and
what's up.
whatnot. I feel really good about it, and I'm gonna be honest.
Man, we tired of hearing about that.
Now I gotta pay 2% of my income.
Is that right?
What?
Yeah, I pay 2% of my income.
To them?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I take care. I also have land there. I have houses. I have property there. I got farms, land stuff.
Wow.
Like
Just the stress, because when I was in Nigeria, I was making.
She pays 2% of her income to Africa. Did y'all hear that? 2% of whatever she make, bro, go to them. That's crazy.
Videos out of Nigeria, and everyone's like, dude, you look.
I don't know, like a snake peeling out of his skin. Like I'm in my new flesh, my new environment. Like, and even like every meal that I have when I get there, I feel like renewed. I feel better and better and healthier and healthier. And I feel like you can see it. Like I can see it in the mirror. Like I look at my pictures, and like every day that I'm there, it's like my skin, my eyes, my hair, like everything just appreciates it more. Like I'm actually getting nutrients. I'm actually getting to eat. Like I love walking around with no shoes on and feeling that dirt in my.
Y'all, she was throwing shots at the lineage the whole time.
My
Listen,
feet and like just I will get dirty when I'm out there and I love it because it feels like I'm like absorbing
La
what
Brown.
my flesh, my DNA actually needs.
Yeah, and you went through the process to becoming a naturalized citizen. What was that process like, and what was that emotion? that
Easy,
had?
you just fill out the paperwork, you know what I'm
I
saying?
love that.
Fill out the
There you go.
paperwork, do your job, you know, fill out the paperwork and everything, turn it in, pay your application fee
Bam,
and all that, you know, and then they verify with the, you know, your daddy's birthplace, the verification with the family, da 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 da. Then you go in there, they have you know, you make you oaths, you know, swear a little bit, you know, a little, yep, that's what the type of citizen I'm gonna be. Bam, 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 bam. You got your green card, you got your card. Booyah.
Here you go. I'm in. I'm official.
I'm a citizen.
I'm a
now.
citizen.
Hey.
Now I gotta pay 2% of my income.
Is that right?
What?
Yeah, I pay 2% of my income.
You heard what the look at their face. Look how they looking at her. Like, you are getting robbed, girl. You are getting robbed. Why would you have to pay 2% of your income? They're pimping you. That is crazy. That is crazy, fam. I can't believe that she think. Look how they looking. Look how he looking. He like, what? Why would you give them any of your money? What are you talking about? And she over here. She's in America paying 2% of her income over there. She's not even in Africa. They build a new infrastructure with that money. Bro, they done made this girl pay 2% of her income and she's not even in the country. Yo, bro, we got some people, bro. This is crazy. She looked like a they ran her out of Africa for talking about their store. No, I don't remember that, but shoot, they taxing her now too. Africans are grifters. They only want to use their for their revenue. But that's just crazy to me that she's saying this. She's saying it like it's okay, but they don't really want to tell her like, damn, you getting robbed on the set. But how they hearing that? 2% of your income, they like, what? No, you can't do that, but they don't want to say it on the air. Look at their face. I'm gonna let y'all look at this again.
I don't know, like a snake peeling out of his skin.
Yeah.
Like I'm in my new.
Hey.
Now I gotta pay 2% of my income.
Is that right?
What?
Yeah, I pay 2% of my income.
You like, what? What is you talking about, lady? To promote that slick Pan-Africanism. Yeah, she compromised. Now, the Democrats broke their tool. Why you call it 164? You mean 154? Okay. No, but what I'm saying is they make sure they bring the people that they bring on, family, is definitely going along with Africa. They ain't finna bring an FBA up there and talk. Since she have both FBA parents, she should only get half of the reparations check. Now that I hear that she don't need none of the check. What up, though? Tony Red, what's good, family? Damn, he bucking his eyes. Yeah, he bucking his eye when he heard that. He like, bro, they would never get me like that. They'll never play with us. They'll never play with no African like that.
Actually getting to eat, like I love walking around with no shoes on and feeling that dirt in my feet and like just I will get dirty when I'm out there and I love it because it feels like I'm like absorbing what my flesh, my DNA actually needs.
Yeah, and you went through the process to becoming a naturalized citizen. What was that process like, And what was that emotion? That
Easy. You just fill out the paperwork. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that.
Fill out
There
the
you go.
paperwork, do your job, you know, fill out the paperwork and everything, turn it in, pay your application fee
Bam,
and all that, you know. And then they verify with the, you know, your daddy's birthplace, the verification with the family, da 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 da. Then you go in there, they have you, you know, you make you oaths, you know, swear a little bit, you know, a little, yep, that's what the type of citizen.
Swear a little bit. She took an oath. She took an oath. We got dirt here. Family, she said took a little oath like it's nothing. Who the fuck got to another country to get dirty feet? She said took a little oath. The delineation shook Godfrey a little bit. He needed to cope a bit. And she took a little oath.
I'm gonna be bam, 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 bam. You got your green card. You got your card. Booyah!
Here you go. I'm in. I'm official.
I'm a citizen.
I'm a
now.
citizen.
Hey.
Now I gotta pay 2% of my income.
This is the part where you can tell she green, bro. She is so green. She's saying it like this is cool. She's saying it like, you know, like this is something that you talk about and everybody like, damn, that's what's up, girl. You paying 2% of your income. She tried to skip over a lot of stuff, bro. Yeah, she is. Look.
Is that right?
What?
Yeah, I pay 2% of my income.
To them?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'll take care.
To them? What is you doing? Shay, what's good? You heard Godfrey. Godfrey say to them? What are you doing? Dumb as hell. Family, there is no reason for you to be in America paying taxes here and then you paying 2% in a whole nother country because your daddy from there.
I take care. I also have, you know, land there. I have houses. I have property there. I got farms, land. So
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Just the stress, because when I was in Nigeria, I was making videos out of Nigeria and everyone's like, dude, you look really happy. Like it's different. You're always in pretty good moods. You know, we're pretty. He goes, no, but you're like glowing. I go, let me tell you what it is. Everybody looks like me. I'm not worried about somebody worried about me being a black. I'm a black person.
Right.
I gotta go. Oh yeah, I'm a black person. I gotta watch the way I walk into this. It was none of
Just
that.
go.
The police are like, "How are you, sir?"
Yes.
Policeman like, "How are you?
Yeah.
How you do, sir? You good today?" It's just like it was just everyone looked like me, and everybody was a doctor, lawyer, teacher.
Don't it feel good to see the kids like smiling and happy
Yes.
and running and playing with
And
each
not
other?
worried about
And
cops.
yeah, and they like, hi,
Yeah,
and they giggling and just
freedom.
running along. Like,
Yeah.
that is such a relief. And then like we were going through like certain villages and there's like 8-year-olds being like shepherding the goats and the sheep and the cows and like, and I'm just like, look at that kid just like putting in the work and they look happy and they playing around the animals and playing with
That's
them.
what
And I'm
happens
like,
when you're not being hated.
Yeah, and there's also like that connection too. Like there's a connection to
nature,
to your nature, to your root. Your
Bare
father,
feet.
yeah,
They're always
your
barefoot.
father from Eritrea. Like, what did he teach you about your history? And
well, he taught me a lot of stuff, but I thought he was lying the whole time. I ain't gonna lie to.
All right, so they talk all this stuff, but they not living over there. That's what I'm saying. None of them. They ain't over there, and you could tell she getting robbed. Her daddy looks like Haley Shalacy. The kids is tending to do the damn sheep and goat because all their damn parents in the left Africa left all them damn kids. Shout out to Shea Boogie. Hey, this crazy though, y'all. This crazy. She better not tell nobody, you know. And see, people in Africa, and they ain't gonna keep it real with her and be like, yo, you shouldn't be paying 2% of your income. That's crazy. They gonna sit there and act just like the mother, just like Godfrey and that other dude at. You pay that to them? You meant the pickle baby maker. She paid 80 because of how a child in America foster care moved past the experience. You know, you got a whole nother country. Salute, man. Salute to that. So look, we're gonna go on to another one. I like the dirt over here, my home and my ancestors. Right. You know, they trying to sell us this back to Africa theory. We ain't buying it. But the main point is in this is she's paying them 2% of her income. She ain't just paying property taxes and a little bit of taxes for me. She's getting, they want a percentage out of her income. So every 100,000 she makes, she got to pay 2 bands. Autocorrect. Okay. She signed that dotted line. She probably stuck. Now, yeah, she's stuck. She's stuck. Ain't no, they want their money. But Tiffany said she was in a foster care because of stepdad. But you don't help American black kids? Right. When them other countries hear about, damn, y'all getting 2% out them people? That's crazy. Everybody finna start coming. I dealt with the Nigerian tether today at copy store, and I stole some copies because Sadia, shout out. At least I think they paid Sierra and Ludacris. Oh, for real? Man, shout out to Tamil, man. All right, y'all. We back off of this Africa. Let's get into a little bit more. I wanted to show y'all. Yeah, they finessing her. Y'all. She got 100,000 over there. They finna build a new economy. So y'all check this out, right? The police officers. It is police officers. We seeing back-to-back police officers. Back to back to back. They doing the same thing. Let me show y'all. So y'all remember that Spanish police officer we had, and she was like, you know, she don't like black people. Now I'm gonna give y'all my honest. I think it's something to this. I don't feel like police officers and just pulling these stunts like this. Like, I do feel like the police don't like black people, but not for the tele TV. After she pee on them that money, to be the shame to go over there and take all that from her. Man, they stealing over there now. They know you got some money. They stealing over there, but I guess that's what she do. Miss Piggy working at the family took care of some. Now look, y'all. 2 police officers going through some crazy. We got a police officer just got arrested in Florida. He was finna do a mass shooting in New Orleans. You feel me? He was finna go shoot up New Orleans. They gonna take the land. Yeah, they gonna take that land from him. Eventually. Once they feel like that money she's sending out is not enough, it's over with. That's what they do. They're gonna steal your land. They steal your house, your land. It's crazy. I'm finna play this, y'all, but now y'all remember I went over that video and I said, hey, the Southern Law Poverty Center, and this is alleged. I don't know what's going on in these Democrat, organizations. They said that these people was paying informants to do like stage stuff, the black people. After they got pulled, now we see these police officers, what I'm saying, talking bad about or planning to kill, talking bad about and planning to take black people out of New Orleans. He didn't go through with it. They arrested him before. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy how those two, I'm trying to it gotta be a correlation with them two, fam. Ain't no such thing as ex-cops still connected. Put crash out cops. Stay vigilant, folks. Yeah, man. But check this out. This is what happened.
First alerted police and reported him missing. Authorities say they were worried about him and if he would harm himself. Tonight, I spoke with a retired FBI agent who spoke about Gillum's extensive law enforcement experience across multiple agencies here in the state. He says Gillum's personnel files, disciplinary actions, and any community complaints could come into play. This is the moment Okaloosa County Sheriff deputies took Christopher Gillum into custody at a hotel in Destin, Florida. Deputies sharing these pictures of the arrest and telling us they also seized a handgun with approximately 200 rounds of ammunition in Gillum's hotel room. Authorities say they uncovered an alleged plot to harm Black people at a festival in New Orleans.
He decided to do a terrorist act, and he did a couple of things in that overt act. He traveled interstate, he purchased or possessed firearms, a large amount of ammunition, and he's making his way to where he was going to go.
Retired FBI investigator Frank Brostrom said agencies in several states prevented him from committing the crime, but the accusations against him are still criminal.
Law enforcement and the prosecutors will decide, is that enough to charge him with, intent to commit bodily harm or murder, intent to commit a domestic terrorist act.
Rostrom says part of that investigation includes a detailed look at Gillum's extensive law enforcement experience.
And they're going to find out why he moved around so much. That was my first key that something was amiss.
Gillum has worked for the Orange County Sheriff's Office as a detention officer and deputy in 2023, 24, and 25. Even once being named Officer of the Month. He was also a Chapel Hill police officer between 2004 and 2019. He resigned that year. Gillum remains in jail in Florida awaiting extradition to Louisiana.
Now, you're right. We still don't got no hate crime bill, but you got an Asian hate crime bill. Democrats, bro. Like all of this stuff they saying and this threats that we have just walking around in this country, it's crazy to think that Asians and little hats got a crime bill. You feel what I'm saying? But people can just say all this that they want about us, and they don't gotta, refute. They don't gotta be looking at no hate crime bill. So it's crazy. And the Democrats think that they ever did anything. They didn't put no bills. Like, y'all can't even argue with us, bro. Cassandra, what's good, family? Everybody chopping in now. That's what I like. Y'all, look, we gonna have that. I'm gonna put the flyer up. I gotta get the flyer that I'm gonna put that up in a minute. Shout out to Queen G, who designed the flyer, but I'm gonna put that up. They shook the hands, bro. That's what I'm saying. They shook their hands, but check this out. Now we're gonna get into what people are saying about this police. What they saying about this police behavior, man. Salute to everybody tapping in. This is what, And I don't like that black and brown stuff, but this is what they title. Check it out.
Community calling blacks to actually come and fight together with them. But as 100% Brazilian who again has been living in California for the past 6 years, when I first touched down in California, I moved here from New York City, a place that is so culturally diverse that we as minorities all come together and stick together. Because in New York City, there's no difference from an Ak or a Mexican. We are literally all one. But I started to realize how much race wars was actually a thing the minute I got to California. I started to realize how much division was actually in place between the two. A lot of the times,
So we got to clear up what she's saying. In New York, black people and it was a Puerto Ricans it was real bad. That's how gangs happen. I got family from there, but she don't really understand the history in New York. Everybody ain't just one like she talking about. I don't know what she talking about. And we got people up there in New York. It ain't part of the culture. Police love anti-black mentality. I don't know what she talking about, but don't let her
Mexicans look at me and they can't really quite put their finger on what exactly I am. Like a lot of people, they look at me and they don't automatically result to, oh, she's Brazilian. Most people honestly generally think I'm either Puerto Rican or Dominican, and Dominicans are also black. But the reality of the matter is I've always stood with the blacks, and all of the closest people to me, all of my loved ones are black.
Everybody always say I always been good with the blacks. Like, bro, what what do you mean when you say that? I'm always good with the blacks. Like, what did that mean? Y'all tell me. Like, when somebody say that, what are they talking about? I'm always good with the blacks. Like, what do you? I don't understand that. Cause they waved our fair friend. She black Brazilian. What she know? Oh, she's a black Brazilian. The New York City, we all one. It's a fucking lie. I live in New York State and I don't fuck with Puerto Ricans and they don't fuck with me. I mean, she just making it seem like everybody just fuck, man. New York get very crazy, especially the Bronx.
So from their eyes looking in, they've always treated me as she's not one of us, she's opposite of us. Why is it that Mexicans treat other people of other races a certain type of way simply because, oh, they're not one of us? But the minute that you guys are faced with this oppression, now you guys want everybody to stand with you.
I like making my podcast. I don't like making short clips of my podcast. So the AI.
I always feel like I'm never Latina enough because of my skin color, because of my hair.
I would just hear my family be like, oh, don't go out with somebody that's dark skinned. Que no salga con un negro. Arregla la raza.
Dark skin in the Latino community isn't considered beautiful.
We've been colonized so poorly that we want to identify with being white so much, not all of us, but many of us, that we look down on dark skin.
Tú como negro latino tienes dos problemas. Primero, eres negro, se te discriminan por negro. Y segundo, eres latino, te discriminan por latino. Eso es doble minoría.
I remember when I was a kid, I looked at myself in the mirror. Yo dije, esta nariz, estos labios que tengo yo, I'm ugly. ¿Sabes qué llora? Porque yo pensaba.
The melanated people of Latin America is in the most deepest, sunkest place ever. They literally think they're descendants of the conquistadors. What happened? You could put your dark-skinned grandmother in the closet? Yeah, that's what they call it. When you're racially absorbed, when they absorb you culturally, it's called putting your black grandmother in the closet because they didn't breed it, the blackness out. They didn't breed it the melanation out. It was successful. But in this case, it didn't work for these people. So they're outcasts of their society, and they represent millions of other melanated people in Latin America. Because when it don't work, they outcast you. And then they turn around and tell you, hey, we're all one. This world, we're all one. And mind you, Latino is not a nationality. This is an identity that's colonized, coded. Yeah, this applies to the people who colonized Latin America, the Americas, not the people that was already there or the people that was brought there, aka transatlantic slave trade. And now these people are frustrated because they couldn't absorb their blackness. And this is the community you talk about, oh, it's black and brown unity. You're culturally anti-black. You still adopted the ideology of the elitists, of the conquistadors. So how could you unite with something that you're totally against? It just doesn't make sense, like oil and water. But yeah, talk about people that's in a deep, sunken place. Look no further than the melanated people in Latin America.
So the Hispanic, Latino, Spanish-speaking community in America has, at this point, demonstrated a pattern of going into predominantly Black communities and basically taking that community for themselves. We've seen it in LA. It was a slow, gradual process. We've seen it also in San Diego. We've seen it, I would say, in various cities in California. We've seen it in Miami. And now there are Black people in different cities across America that are being more vocal about what's happening in their communities as well, like Houston, for example. And what happened is a lot of Latinos, Hispanic people, Spanish-speaking people, when they, especially with the cities where like it happened, like it was a slow, gradual process, and like now it's basically like the process is done. A lot of people from that community, they came into the Black community, they got jobs, and then once they got to the point where they were in positions of like where they could be hiring managers, they started to only hire their own people who could speak Spanish. And what they have done and are doing is they exploited the fact that America did not have a official language, like legally, federally. They exploited that. And they also, up until recently when Trump did the executive order saying that English is, the official language, but they exploited that. And they then would hire people, they would favor people who spoke Spanish. And they would even hire people who only spoke Spanish. So they would like, and people will argue you down that that's not happening. No, I know for a fact that is happening because I've gone to lots of businesses where they are American corporations, where the people employed, there are some who are Spanish, English bilingual, but there are some workers.
I'm bad, y'all.
Pro-esque tactic of saying that you have to speak Spanish. You're making speaking Spanish a requirement. They'll say you have to be bilingual, but what they specifically mean is you have to be an English-Spanish bilingual, because there's lots of people out here who are bilingual. They speak English and something else, not Spanish, but they speak something else. So them talking about, oh, you have to be bilingual, like, no, you have to speak Spanish. And really, they don't give a damn if you can speak English. They really want you to speak Spanish. And I say that is a Jim Crow-esque tactic, because you're purposely blocking out people, Americans, who don't speak Spanish, because you know why? Americans were not taught Spanish in school. But back to the point about them going into predominantly Black communities and using this tactic, this Jim Crow-esque tactic of saying like, oh, you got to speak Spanish. So eventually the city transforms to where it's like the only people in positions, the only people that have jobs. Like it starts off, you know, and the low wage working industries and stuff, but eventually it gets to the point where it's like they once they get into positions of authority in any industry or sector, they are favoring people who look like them. Because
hey everybody, Walton Goggins here. Starting a business is never easy, but with GoDaddy Aero, that endeavor.
Why did LA transform the way that it did? Why did San Diego transform the way they did? Why did so many cities that were predominantly Black transform to the point where they're predominantly Spanish speaking, predominantly Latino? That is why. And I believe that is a very colonialist, okay, very imperialistic type of behavior. I'm gonna call it out and say what it is.
Man, so you know, y'all know about the Ashley Gonzalez situation, right? So I've been, you know, just scrolling and shit, seeing a bunch of Latino creators talking about how she's not a representation of the Latino community. She is a direct representation of the Latino community, man. It is more of y'all that do not like Black people than it is that do. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be so fucking for real right now, man. I don't know what Black people ever did to Latino people that, you know, they can't stand us so bad other than Latino people.
And it ain't even about it's any immigrant people. They already get the YT men tell them, they talk bad about us and they sell them on. So we can't be thinking that, hey man, you know, not everybody is like they're groomed like that. Anybody that's not from America, they groomed to look down on black Americans. It's just, that's the only way it is. Sue make them pay for their racist fans.
Just want to be player two to white supremacists because they're on top, of course, you know what I'm saying? A lot of immigrants and people from different countries and shit come over here, even Africans, they come over here with this stigma about us because of white supremacists. And like I said, it's almost like a competition between minorities when they come over here. Like they have to outdo us, outshine us, talk bad about us and all this and that, knowing our history in this country. And yeah, it is a direct reflection of how you all are raised. You all are raised this way. Y'all come from y'all homelands with this type of shit on y'all mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, me personally, I ain't got no problem with Latino people. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really care. You know what I mean? I only focus on me and my family. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, let's not sit up here and act like that's not who y'all are. Ashley Gonzalez is who y'all are. The majority of y'all. Now, I'm not saying all of y'all are like that, but the majority of you are. The majority of y'all voted for the orange man. Like, let's keep it a buck. If you go down to Miami, you will see how those Cuban people in Miami treat Black people, man. You will see how they treat Black people. The Mexicans in Los Angeles, you can see how they treat Black people. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere they treat us bad. You know what I'm saying? They always got something bad to say about us. Ashley Gonzalez, she just decided to let that shit out. She said that it felt like a breath of fresh air to say the N-word, to call that Black man an N-word. She said that we deserve to be slaves because all we know how to do is steal. Where does that come from? Who did she learn that from? That is a part of y'all culture to hate Black people, man. That's a part of most people's culture to hate Black people. All over the world, people hate Black people. Why? Y'all say we criminals. Y'all say we steal. Y'all say we do all these things. We do everything that any other human being on this planet does. There's good people and bad people, bro. Look at Mexico. You got the damn cartel down there running up on resorts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Kidnapping people. Doing all types of things to people, man. Oh, but that means nothing? Look at the Italian mafia. Look at the white supremacists. Look at what they've done. Look at the Japanese. Look at the Chinese, the triads, the Yakuza. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got some type of criminality in their culture, in their race. Let's keep it a fucking buck, man. That's y'all's representation. That is y'all's representation. Ashley Gonzalez is a direct representation of the Latino community. Y'all treat black people bad in y'all home countries. But yes, that's how y'all were raised, to hate black people. Why? I don't fucking know, and I don't really give a damn. But let's not sit up here and act like that's not what y'all do. Let's not do that. We're not gonna play this game. Now, some of my people, they might, give y'all a pass, let y'all slide with the shit, kiss up on you and kiss your ass and shit. But most of us are not. We're not buying that shit, man. We're not buying that shit, because why would she say something like that? Why would she say it felt like the world stopped when she called him the N-word? She had been holding that back. She had been holding that back deep down inside. Deep down inside. Now, white people have been voting to kick y'all out this country, sending y'all back to wherever y'all homeland is or whatever your ancestry is from. They've been pushing for that shit, harassing you, doing all kind of shit. But all you got is smoke for black people who ain't did shit to you. The most that we've ever said about this entire situation is that, hey, y'all on your own, because of the racial history that we have with y'all, because y'all don't like us. That's why we say, hey, it's always black and brown when there's something in it for you. When there's something in it for you, it's black and brown. If we trying to get something else, oh, what about black and brown? What about black and brown? But when you getting something, it ain't no black. It ain't no black, it's the Latino community. Let's be so fucking real right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, y'all check your people, man. Check your people. We shouldn't have to check your people if that's not a representation of y'all. Check your people.
Well, I'm really annoyed with the Latinos in the comments still trying to deny that Mexicans are not.
They don't check their people, y'all. And that's the problem. See, they ain't checking their people at all. But we're gonna hear what the ones that they say the 10% he cooking, right? Salute. Let's let them go, man, because this one
racist, or that so-and-so are not racist. They're definitely racist. Like, there's a racist issue in Latin cultures. For example, the older Latinos in our families would literally tell us to stay out of the sun if we were getting too dark. And they, like, even me, they would sometimes, if I was getting too dark, if I was getting too tan, they'd be like, oh, you're getting a little prieto, you got to stay out of the sun. Like, no, that's not okay. We were just kids trying to have fun.
So I just wanted to have a little conversation with y'all about, like, Hispanic people using the N-word. I was rewatching some episodes of Baddies when Gretchen was saying the N-word. And here's my thing. I feel like us as the Black community, we need to stop allowing people who are not Black to use the N-word. Okay, we need to stop inviting people to the cookout just because they know how to whip a nay-nay. You feel me? Because a lot of these white tea people, a lot of these Hispanic people don't fuck with us. Like, a lot of Hispanic people voted for Donald Trump and then want to be mad that ICE is taking away their families. Bitch, you voted for him. And he don't like us. So I've noticed that with Puerto Ricans, Hispanic people, because I used to live in Orlando, Florida. I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida. There's a lot of Hispanics who don't like Black people. They want to fuck our men. They want to fuck Black vagina, but they don't like us. They don't. And I remember Jocelyn Hernandez, she did a interview, and she's Black Puerto Rican. She's Afro-Latina. And so she was talking about how in Puerto Rico, there are a lot of Puerto Ricans who say, oh, I'm not Black. Like, I'm not Afro-Latina. I'm not a Negro. Like, they don't identify as Black. And so I looked up the demographic in Puerto Rico, and 64% of the Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico are European Puerto Rican, and then it's like 20-something% of them are African descent. So, like, Hispanic people do not like us. Let's just keep it real. Like, Hispanic people do not like us. And I experienced that a lot in Florida. Like, I went through the worst
Shout out Debo.
Racism from white people and Hispanic people. And they look at us like they're above us. So I need us to stop allowing people who are not Black to say the N-word.
To the Mexican community.
But bro, the Asians is like that. It's more than just it's like everybody that's not from this country, they already trained. They already got them in their head that we're anti-Black.
Mi raza, I'm talking to you again. And I love you guys, but we need to do better. Stop teaching our youth not to like their melanin skin. Stop telling our kids to stay out of the sun because they're gonna get darker. Stop telling our kids that they can't dye their hair a certain color because they're gonna look darker. We have derogatory terms that we use, like prieta, te estás poniendo más negra. What's another one? India, like using these terms as if we should be ashamed of the color of our skin. We don't realize that these derogatory terms and these microaggressions that we have in our community, they impact our mental health as children to adults. They impact our perception of beauty in the world. We no longer think we are beautiful because we have more melanin. When I was younger, I remember looking up ways on how to lighten my skin because I didn't want to be the darkest person in my family. Not because I didn't like my skin color, but because I was taught not to like my skin color. And I'm not on here looking for self-pity. I'm on here to stop this because I know what it feels like as a child to hear these things. And we think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. These kids grow up like this. We grow up to think that we are not beautiful because we are not white. But look at me. Look at my skin color. Look at this. This is beautiful. And for anyone else who has experienced the same thing.
Hey, look, we talking about how y'all act towards us. All that about your skin color, bleaching your skin like the Africans and Jamaicans. Look, we ain't on that. We just want to understand why y'all got this hatred towards the lineage. Why you let them white people do you like this?
I want to let you know that your color is also beautiful. Whether you have a lot of melanin or you don't have any melanin at all, you're still beautiful. Don't teach me to hate myself because I represent our people. My skin color represents.
No, they not only teach you to hate yourself, they teaching you to hate Black people. So that's part of it. She just talking about her skin. No, it's bigger than this. It's bigger than your skin. This is what we talking about. I have zero problem with my skin color. Yeah, because you know you got that beautiful skin. That's why you ain't got no problem with it. Let's get it.
Our people. The way I look represents our people.
I personally want to thank the ex-Houston police officer, Ashley Gonzalez. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I want to thank you for your racist rant that I know you did not intend to be leaked, but thank you for doing that. People get upset when people go on racist rants or find out somebody is bigoted or something. I personally would much rather know what kind of person I'm dealing with. If you have a prejudice against a group of people based on whatever, whether it's skin color, religion, let me know now so that I can know where I stand. Because the last thing I want is to be in a situation Where I am in need of help, I call the police. You come, you are called to protect and serve. You take one look at me, you see my black skin, and you've already decided that you hate me.
But I'm so glad this happened because now we get to understand. Listen, I don't care if they smiling in your face. We know what they, we know how they feel about you. So this is gonna wake some of us up and make us start spending money with our own and building our own up.
And that you want to make my life harder. Thank you for letting us know, letting the world know. And I honestly wish that people who
have y'all noticed if your skin, like our women, just off skin alone, like if you put like her next to a, and maybe I'm a little biased, but you can't tell me that melanin skin is the most beautiful, attractive thing out there right now. I'm enjoying the exposure too. It strengthens the delineation movement for real. But the caramel, the dark skin, like you already got a up. Like it's crazy. But we got the beautifulest women, you know what I mean, in the world.
Have any type of prejudice, I wish it could be tatted on their chest so that the world can then navigate how to handle that person. There's too many closet bigots and racists that do what they do and they can cause the damage that they cause because the people that they're around have no idea who they're dealing with. And there's so much of that in this country. And I know it's unrealistic, but it's like a sigh of relief when somebody's exposed like that. Because it's like, well, now we know. To me, it's like sundown towns, Thank you for letting me know where the sundown towns are. Let me know where I don't need to be when the sun goes down. Tell me now. I don't want to be surprised. So whatever comes her way, let it come her way. But I really wish that more of that exposure happens because it is a lot more common than we realize.
This is definitely no surprise to me.
She put good water. We wear our skin very well as a coat of honor. Yeah, man, it's the that's the most beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? That melanation give us, man. We live our blackness. And like I said, that's something they have to work out because we good with ourselves. They not YT enough and they not black, so they mad confused. Yep. For real. We just got to keep our people comfort. We in the image of the creator of heaven and earth that makes them hate us. But they marketing this hate. They want other nationalities to hate us. Our women are the standard and they know it. For real, bro. It's like I can't even, it's like once you see that, that melanin is just like it just hit different, man. They walk around with no ID. That's what they always say, right, Tania? We all the same. We all the same. We all the same. I love that Burrito Roach came out. Now black people who are against Trump can see how deportation policies benefit us. Okay, yep. All this will be a case study, how these people think. So definitely spiritual. Yeah, this is spiritual. This is definitely spiritual, family. This is definitely spiritual. Now y'all know we gotta Gotta open up the chats, man. I want to hear what the family got to say. Man, they got it cold as hell, y'all. I had to put on the coat, man. It's cold as hell. But yeah, yo, man, y'all know they butt going inside. Let me put the chat, man, so y'all can talk y'all talk. So we seeing why these police officers is getting fired, getting arrested for trying to take us out. It's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? To wear this melanated skin in this country is crazy out here. A lot of hate. But that's good, man. I'm trying to build my hater base right now too, man. You know, you kind of need more of them haters to get to certain places. Water, you all right out there with all those fires going on. Man, I had to tell somebody about that. It's people in Florida. I'm so glad that you told me that, y'all. I'm telling people, bro, y'all hearing about all these fires? Nobody knows about it. They like, no, man, don't nobody know. It's crazy. There's people in Florida right now that don't even know about all these fires that's going on. But babies to have confidence. They terrorize them in the school. Yeah, they do. But our kids gonna naturally have confidence because they know how to. They be having the dozens on them so much, bro. Black American kids got the toughest skin, bro. They got thick skin. Yeah, they in Georgia and Florida right now. Yeah, man, our kids, bro. When I was growing, man, because I had a diverse community too, and we was joking on people so hard. It was just hard for people to even compete with us and playing the dozens. So it's like if you coming out of real black community, you built tough. You know what I'm saying? You built tough because in my neighborhood, we listen. You get the business first from us. So it's no way nobody can make you feel no type of way because you're gonna feel it from us first. Yeah, roasting made you get your confidence up. For real. That roasting, it helps a lot, bro. Yeah, we were just talking about that early in the show, man. That SLPC, man. Call in. Let me hear what you got. Maybe you got a different insight. I like to hear from y'all. They probably got some new updates on it too, though. But I was playing chess with my grandbaby. She 8 and working out with my grandson, teaching them mental and physical strength. Mm-hmm. Bruh, man, I be hearing my boys right now they got it. Like I be almost don't want them around certain kids because I know what they gonna do. They gonna play the dozens on them and they may start crying.
All right.
Tank, what's good, family?
How you doing, brother? Hey y'all. Hello, fam. Hello to everyone. Woe to God.
Salute.
Listen, usually I always sit in the back of the church when I come in and see you, because but I do. I just want to come and say, I want to say much, but thank you, man. I recently came into the understanding of FBA over the last maybe like year or so.
Yeah.
And so I typed in, every time you type in FBA on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, you get like different variety of pages. So that's how I came across Water God TV. But thank you for what you're doing, man, out here, because I don't say a lot, but I cover stuff like this as well. But I think that
Okay.
gets me the most is that to see. I agree with y'all the other day. You had talked about, I think, Flocko them the other day. It just really got me because I watch Flocko at times, whatever. But I just love to see the perspective of the stances that Tariq has taken and that you have taken on as well, and also our other FBA black men have taken on. It's like just putting a gate up around our community. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing wrong with that. Because actually, yes, we are the culture. I was born in Mississippi, and Memphis, Tennessee raised me, and my culture go all the way back to the, you know what I'm saying, for what it is. My grandma told me that in '88, she said that she said, baby, she said that the man pulled up and said we was gonna be named African American out the blue. But she said, listen, we ain't come from that. My grandmother came from a long line of sharecroppers and owners from Mississippi. And so to see, us putting a gate up around it and actually naming what it is, whether it's foundational black, ADOS, whatever whatever, because people get mad about it, but at the same time, like Tariq said, like that is like a stamp. So I just wanted to come up for a moment, and I had shouted out you. I was on live earlier. I shouted you out, but thank you, man. I really appreciate y'all on here roasting their asses and tell them the truth. And it's so sad that when you put an identifier on who we are as black people, now they've always identified who they want to be, but us putting a stamp on the marker makes them lose their own identity. And the whole time they say that they've never had one. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit, cuz? You know what I'm saying? I'd be baffled. How you over here on American soil that your people ain't had shit to do with, and you over here arguing about what's right? I mean, it's sad. What did your men do for you? We had Malcolm, Fred. We have a long list of people who fought for us. No shade to them, but I appreciate y'all doing what y'all doing. So yeah, man, I just want to come up and say hello and let you know this is me. But everybody in the comments, man, y'all are funny, man, over here. But yes, man, I'm one of your watchers. I'm definitely one of your supporters, definitely in the background. I just be saying much. I mean, I agree with y'all. I mean, I think it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, that people that they have that type of perception of, and they make fun of our transition and our slavery, and that's what we went through. That makes us resilient. Y'all couldn't even stay and fight in your own country. You had to come to another one and fight when the fight was already fought. We built the house, built it. You can't put some paint on the walls, and now you deserve reparations. Stupid.
Now you built it.
Yeah, you ain't built shit. You still got sandals on your feet, kicking dust, trying to get followers on YouTube. I ain't got time for this. Right, man. I ain't gonna get frustrated. Because I get mad too. But I appreciate what you do, man. I watch from the back. I definitely everybody drive. Every time I see your thing, I share, I hit like, I hit hype if I can. But thank you for what you are doing. I definitely see you. But sometimes people don't, us as black people, we don't like to come in and support. I'm just like a background support. I'll sing in the choir. I'll background all day long. But for your channel, man, I love this, man. It's a lot of y'all that's out here doing it as well. But to see that you putting your foot in their asses about who we are, and it's not being disrespectful. That's what trips me out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I see like, man, like we have everything, music, food, and we are culture. And for us putting a stamp on it, it's like now y'all lost. It speaks volumes to me when I think about it like that. Yeah, because us identifying ourselves made you lose yourself. Bitch, that means you had never been found. We have. So thank y'all for what y'all doing. Shout out to everybody that's out there in the comments. But
what's your name, brother? And what's your channel name? What's your channel name, bro?
It's Tank Talks TV 1 on YouTube.
Tank
I just started maybe
Talks
like
TV1.
I just started maybe like 8 months ago or whatever.
Okay.
So it's going pretty decent.
Listen, I want to do something for small FBA content creators. I want to do like a panel with y'all. So keep tapping in, because I got something I'm trying to put together. It's a lot of content creators been sharing my stuff, and I kind of want to do something with everybody, where we come together on the show and I get all of y'all perspectives, so
oh yeah, man, you can listen, brother. You get up into your thing, but sometimes when your numbers are like that, some of us just sit back and just listen, and I'm one of those people that just really listen and stuff like that. So but to have the engagement, I say I got a new computer today, y'all. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I got a new computer today. I can really go live and read these bitches now. I'm gonna come talk real. I'm gonna talk Red Fox crazy. But thank you. So I want to at least come up and just give you the acknowledgement, man, that you need, because a lot of times people like to hate and I got that. No, man, I support that shit 100. I'm behind you 110%. If you need a gay cousin to come fight, call me. I'll come fight. I'm gonna pull up in custom. Not my cousin. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tank Talk TV, it's going cool. I just hit 30K subs, so
Okay.
It's going pretty straight. I'm excited. It's
Man, you doing great. What you mean, man? You doing amazing.
Well, you know, my trend is I go from TikTok, I go viral on TikTok by accident, talking crazy. And then I just they just trying to transfer it over to my YouTube. But you know, I'm learning how to, like, you have a platform where you have engagement. I haven't had the computer to really get the engagement and the people just yet. So that part I'm excited about. So you encouraged me for that, to let you know. Thank you for that encouragement, because that's what you need, engagement.
Yeah. You encourage me, man. Because I'm gonna have to start getting on TikTok, doing how you doing and getting out there. I'm gonna have to start working on that. But
man, you had like other day how y'all was talking about Flacco Up and like stuff like that, like those small clips of like real hot ass moments. You know what I'm saying? Just clip those and put it on your tag and throw it on TikTok and just let it run. Because you know, anything that's controversial right now, especially with Tariq can read. What I say, he make them folks feel so small. I love it. It's shit funny. It's funny to me. So you have those type of moments like Tariq do. He puts it on YouTube. His platform now is almost 300,000 subscribers. I see that. Yeah. So I kind of like watching, kind of take from other people, like learn a little bit. So, but yeah, man, you doing good though. You growing fast. I see you, man. I'm proud of you. I've been with you since you were like 7,000, 8,000.
Damn,
and now you over 12. I just ain't them saying them, but you over 12 now.
Yeah, man. For real.
There you go, cuz.
Bro, cuz I appreciate you, man. And that you from that Mississippi, I got family out there. My dad, grandma is from Mississippi, was a sharecropper. We got a long line of history right there in Mississippi. So yeah,
yes,
man.
Our genealogy goes ways back, and they can't tell you where they came from past 1955. You know,
exactly.
And we can go all the way back to the beginning of times. Isn't that awesome? My God, today he just waking all of us up, even to me. I'm woke too. I love the Bible. I love God, but it's truth and who we are as people. So I say like Flacco them. I get what Tariq is doing, but I don't even know Tariq. I just came across Tariq like recently. But I mean, what the man did, two things right at the same time. What the man did was all he did was just pretty much put a gate up. That's it. And they lost their minds, man. It trips me out because I'd be like, damn, grandma said this shit back a long time ago. My grandma, she gonna be 100 years old, May 8th.
Dang, you know, bless her heart, man.
You know.
Yeah. Man.
It's the food she eat, man. If you eat from the ground, you're gonna live a long time. That's what I learned.
Hey, that's what we starting to push to the kids, man. Man, Tank, bro, we appreciate you. You gotta start coming. Tank, you gotta start tapping in and coming on, man. Bro. We do gotta we is having a little gathering. We is gonna do one on the west, but we got one coming up, man. It is
they say North Carolina.
Yeah, this is where we want to talk collective and really put things in place. We're gonna be having some in different places, but we want to be able to get our family to come out. We can talk, brush shoulders, and really talk about ideas instead of doing it online all the time. So this is just the first one we throwing.
Well, I'm in the DMV. I'm in DC. So
you in the DMV?
Yeah. So I ain't that far from you only been out here like 2 years now, but you know, it's straight. It's very different though.
In the DMV, huh? Yeah. It ain't the South, but it kind of remind you a little bit. It got a little.
No. It don't remind me of the South. I wish it did, man, but it don't remind me of the South, you know. But you know, so it's cool.
Like the South, man. Ain't nothing like the South.
Ain't nothing like the South, man. Nothing like it. I'm so
love
sorry.
all y'all, but ain't nothing like that South.
Man, nothing like it. You can't. Memphis is beautiful. I mean, it's hood. Yes, my city is hood. I love my city, but Memphis has so much history. If you've never been to the Black History Museum and where Martin Luther King passed it, man, it's so passionate to go there. And like I cried. Like I only can go one time because I'm gonna fall out. But it's very passionate. A lot of history there. So yeah, if y'all ever go to Memphis, please go to the Black History Museum. It's a really good experience.
Big facts, man. Appreciate it. Now we got
Tom Red. What's up, y'all? That's crazy, bro. Saying his people of Mississippi and he in Memphis, because when I go back into my genealogy, in the 1800s, 1700s and shit, that's where most of my people come from, Shelby County, and from like Natchez, Mississippi, and 13th B. It's like a couple, really a lot. Like, and before that, they was in Virginia. Some of them. But a lot of them really just been in Mississippi. Like, all my people from about, what is it, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Memphis, in Mississippi.
Now that's not short to believe because Mississippi for a long time was the blackest state in the USA. Mississippi really could have been a Wakanda, but Mississippi is controlled by the minority, and the majority is black people. Ain't that crazy? But white people control it.
Always. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of power within that Mississippi River. You know how it goes. Motherfuckers been deep diving in that shit. Motherfuckers basically feel like Memphis and Mississippi, that river, they feel like that's the Nile for real. On some, we ain't gonna get too far on that because that ain't
Be like Memphis kind of helped birth music though. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? Blues, gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like our history and our culture for what we have goes deep. So when they be saying that we don't have no culture, you don't work hard, it trips me out because I be like, what the fuck did y'all do? They never talk about Africa. Never could.
Man, them folks just green as hell, man. That's all that it is, fool. They just green. And they don't know shit. They don't even know what the fuck green is.
Can I ask you this? But why are they green though? I'm still this is only like 8 months I've been in this deep. Why are they green? Because they talk about their culture so much, right? And us as black people, we like, all right, bet, cool. Where the restaurant at, we'll come to support. We know that's how we are. So when we do that, now they mad. Why?
Because man, they jealous.
We supposed to be blanket black, fool. That's what it is. Like we just supposed to be the black cushion. You know what I'm saying? Like everything just supposed to be black. We ain't supposed to delineate. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
No, but that's been watering us down though. We shouldn't do that. I think it's right.
Y'all gotta keep in mind. Y'all got to keep in mind, J. Edgar Hoover literally stated that and he wasn't talking about no immigrants at this time. He was talking about us, foundational Black Americans. They said foundational Black American unity is a threat to national security. So then they took Malcolm X's word and said, by any means necessary, we're gonna stop these niggas from coming together.
Yes.
That's my because I think that's the answer to the question. The reason why it's going down like that is because the government made it like that. They made all of our groups terrorist organizations and shit. They went in there, they infiltrated. Not only they infiltrated, they murdered. They did everything they could to stop it.
Yeah, they did.
Fast forward to modern day times, we got the Democrats still paying the KKK and the Aryan Nation, and then their excuse is, well, we're infiltrating the group. We're just trying to. Nah, motherfucker, do the same fucking shit you did to the Black Panthers, nigga.
Exactly.
If that's your excuse, that's a piss poor ass excuse.
Yep, that's why. Like, woe to God, I think y'all woke me up to. I didn't know like the whole thing on Roland Martin. I was watching you last week when y'all got in on Roland Martin. Now they tripped me out because my thing is this. That's where that tethering shit come from, right there. You can't come over and get mad because somebody else is defining and putting a stamp on with the legacy of who the fuck we are. And we have never did this. So the unity that they're shocked by people just being like, oh, all of them agree with it. Tariq, I didn't even know who Tariq was recently into the last year. So understand, I was saying, if I was like, yeah, FBA, I understand it. So to find out who Tariq was, it's not about Tariq. It is that it's so understanding and so stamping and identifying. All of us are picking you up, and they mad about it. They mad about it. They really started it. The revolution started for us. I'm sorry.
And it's their fault. It's all their fault. They didn't spend decades. We don't know who he is and all this and that. So as soon as we start finding this shit out, now we finding out. Now they're like, oh no, you're African like me. And everybody, why come y'all just can't be African? Why everybody y'all just hate yourself? And it's like, nah, it's the opposite. We love
that's it.
We love the 10 to 15 ancestors. If y'all did come from the boats, whatever the case, for the few who did,
that's right.
We still love our 15 generations of grandparents that's been here, motherfucker.
That's
we
right.
Ain't saying
and we deserve a refund because we spend 35 cents a day.
Yeah.
They damn sure don't want to talk about that. And this is the craziest part about it though. Don't y'all think that the Democrats will have a real good push on pushing this shit? Like we going through inflation because we giving all our money out to people who don't even pay taxes or they sending their money to other countries. Man. How about we repair? We sick of the racism going on, so we all know the solution. Let's go and pay these niggas and see what they do. Let's go and pay them. At the very worst, all the money gonna come back to us, and you know what I'm saying? At the very best,
it's the bare minimum.
That's too much power, bro.
It'll lift the purse off there.
That's the worst thing. Like the worst thing is we spend all our money stupidly and we give it all right back to them. Or hell, we build up our own shit and we still end up still helping the goddamn country. Like,
So
I
what
don't
you
get
saying?
it.
You're gonna benefit
Wait,
the
hold on.
economy
So
either
what you
way.
saying, Tony? You
I'm
saying
saying,
that we pay? Hold on. You saying we pay them people to push reparation?
No.
oh, no, that's
Nice
not
to
what I'm
know.
saying.
What you
No,
saying?
what I'm saying is I don't understand why everybody get mad at black people for trying to get reparations when in
Oh,
reality, if black people got reparations, it would benefit everybody because
Mhm.
we actually have souls. See, that's something that our counterparts don't
I like
have.
that.
We
Yeah, we
actually
do.
have them souls.
Yeah.
So if we get our money and we get into a good place, we ain't gonna be discriminating against nobody because we love
They're,
everybody.
you know,
We
they're
quick to
mad
whine
about
about a nigga to the quick
equality,
to the cookout.
financial equality across the board. They paid the slave masters, they paid the Indians, they paid the Mexicans, they paid everybody for
You
everything
paid the
they did
Japanese
back in the
too.
day, except us. We the last one on the list. So they
But
no longer making noise about it. Our ancestors are gone. So I do agree with that. We continue to fight. Fuck them. We will continue to fight of asking what we deserve because it puts us on an even playing field. Because if we built the country for 400 plus years and you got rich, you got success, and now all of your kids, your racist kids, their great grandkids are now benefiting from where it wasn't our ancestors. We didn't do it. It's in your blood, bitch. It ain't our fault. Yes,
nah,
we hold
fool.
that too.
Like you gotta know that enemy. I be looking at they little debates and whatnot. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the little
Right.
conservative, little Christian nationals, whatever they little debates. They be talking real breezy. Like we ain't do nothing. Like we would have did it ourselves. But the North was actually weak because they did have slaves. They would have been the South would have been stronger if they would have gave them up. Like all this other BS, like discounting what we did to this country and these implants. You know what I'm saying? These
Right.
people been here since like 1920. Like
Right.
the new immigrant groups claiming that this country is for white people and all that other BS, bro. Like I be doing research on my enemy, bro. You got to
You
watch
right, bro.
everybody, bro. Like I'm in all these talks. I want to see what the climate of the country at right now. You know what I
But
mean?
see, what have shut all that shit down is just us Black Americans, our foundation of Black Americans, knowing our history, knowing the
Right.
foundation of Black history about the ones who did come from the boats, and then knowing about
Yeah.
our indigenous roots
Yes.
that's come from here too. If
Mm.
we knew that, we wouldn't allow that. The problem is we don't be knowing shit. So when people get to talking, we just be like, "Yeah, sound good,"
Right.
and we'll
Right.
just and the shit.
Right.
No,
Nah, it
ain't
ain't.
no more. It's
Nah,
like
bro.
it's
This
kind
that
of
echo
correct, but we
chamber, they
gotta
got
know
the
that.
white folk got echo chamber going on, hog, and that's what the dangerous thing is. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got echo chamber going. Our
They
echo chamber
always
strong
have
as hell,
with the
though. I ain't
media.
gonna hold you. They listen to us. That's the
They
thing.
ain't got no choice but to listen to us, bro. They
They're
ain't got no
shocked. They're
choice.
really
They ain't
shocked
fighting.
because we're gathering. Like I was saying the other day, like people when white people see us start to gather out the blue, especially like all of us are different. They like, oh my god, what's happening? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what's going on? Because it makes them nervous. It's their own guilty consciousness. They scared. They trying to figure out why is they all having this discussion. Who is FBA? Like all of y'all aren't black. Y'all been knowing all of us ain't black. Y'all, the Democrats been letting them immigrants in, cosplaying as us, taking the crime numbers up, food stamps up, and everything, saying it's us, and it's not. We know that. They could even bring the end from Liberty Center over here, right? You know what I'm saying? Tired of this shit. I'm sorry, Water. I'm tired,
no, you
brother. I
good.
agree with y'all.
You good. Yeah, man, you
No, it's the
family now.
Democrats that's mad though.
Yeah, they made.
The
All the
Democrats mad that we
Democrats,
delineate more
we
than
pissing
anything
all in
because we
their
they whole
Cheerios.
we they base.
We pissing all in their Cheerios. It's over with.
They
Like,
shocked because
like
y'all really turned the tables with FBA though. It really it's a
They
movement, man.
did.
From somebody who just coming into it new, it's like shocking. It's really mind awakening because people in Mississippi have a lot of times a closed mindset where I come from, and I've been since I was grown. I said, Lord, I would never have that type of mindset. Sometimes some people in my family, I want to be able to
shout
have
out to
knowledge, you know.
Garfield in Mississippi. I
And
know it's
so
nice.
to have that now to see that fight back, it's like awakening because it makes sense. You know, they tricked us with the Bible too. Just true.
Yeah, yeah. In Mississippi, they starting to stand on business now too. I'm seeing a lot
Yes,
more.
they
It's
are.
a content creator out there from Mississippi. He be dropping content on FBA, so they coming around right now. I can
Yeah.
tell you that much.
It's touching the
Hey, but
nation, man.
listen, y'all. This right here. See, Nick Cannon and Chile just went through what they went through. You know what I'm saying? And then some black people was making it a notion to highlight, like, see, black people, we doing it again. We hating each other more than like we should be standing up for our people when people say, "Oh, them
Right.
black people out there working for ICE, they coons and this and that."
Yeah.
No, we should be standing up for them. Like, hold on, bitch, we voted for y'all illegal motherfuckers to be here. So
But you
what we
see it.
ain't gonna take is y'all can't disrespect the black community for shit. We
Nah,
Nah.
this the
y'all
thing,
number
fool.
one fucking supporter on
This
some
the
shit that's
thing, fool.
fucking
No,
us up.
we
You
didn't
know what I'm
vote for
saying?
this, bro. Like
No,
us as
that's
a
what
people,
I'm
we
saying.
didn't vote for this. That's the whole thing. We just
No,
getting all the
foundation of
pushback
Black
from it.
Americans didn't vote for it, but
We
our
did.
people as a whole, when
Yeah,
you look at them numbers, Black people as a whole voted for it against our best interests. Now we
we
didn't
got
want to vote Democrats, but our people did. So when we go in at
yeah,
these arguments, when these racist folks coming at us saying Black people need to do this and do that, we still can say, hey, even though I was against it, most of my people voted for Kamala, which was a vote for you. So you got a lot of that just shows your hatred towards my people because you
exactly.
got 90% of our people that voted in your best interest, and
Mhm.
you want to talk. You just want to talk about the 10% that
Right.
didn't. Like all you want to talk about is the ones who didn't.
Mm.
So that right there should show they biased and that they racist and they waiting on any fucking moment
Yep.
to put a nigga in their place. And the sad part about it is, like I said, we got our own community that do the same thing to us too. Everything that really look good for us to our community is a bad thing. If you said, "Oh yeah, I'm with Trump because I want these legal immigrants out of here," then they gonna say you a coon and you working for the slave catchers and all this and that. But it's like, damn, how many? Like y'all don't say that shit. It's more Mexicans on the goddamn ICE work for ICE than it is anything else down there. So what the fuck
Exactly.
is you coming
Uh,
to us with that shit from?
nah, bro,
You know what
it's
I'm
a couple dudes though, but it's mostly women for that, bro. Like who
saying?
really against Trump, and that's the whole. That's really an issue unto itself.
Me and Water Guy
Like
talked about that
dudes see
before.
the issue. Like dudes see how it's playing out.
Mm.
They try coming around, but the females they just got TDS so much, bro.
But guess what though? With this, like they trying it. They trying their best to flip this shit right now with that the civil rights movement people paying the
Shit.
KKK. They try now the KKK shit. They trying their best
Yeah,
to flip this shit, but that shit
yeah,
ain't gonna work.
yeah.
Even like y'all ain't noticed that the Democrats insults. I'm starting to get used to them now. Only thing they gonna try to do is tell you you're not educated enough. They gonna basically tell you that if you want policy to be changed, then you, a regular blue collar worker or whatever the fuck you doing, a father, a mother, whatever, that you gotta be a full fledged fucking politician. You gotta know every fucking thing. You gotta know how to do legislation.
Mm.
Like you gotta be a politician. And to me, I'm like, what the fuck I'm paying? What the fuck we voting for you for then, bitch? You supposed to do this. This your job. But now it's my job. Now, no, it's my job to correct you and get your bitch ass up out of here if you ain't doing what the fuck the people want. That's our job. But my job ain't to do your job. But when you talking to a Democrat, that's what they're gonna think. You don't even know how it works. You don't know. You need 7,500 votes. Like,
They
get
gonna
the fuck
tax you
out of
more.
here.
They're just gonna
Mm.
tax you more for
They do.
real, and say you
They full no, they full of shit. They full of
vote for
shit.
their bullshit. Vote for their bull. Like tax
And
tax
I'm
your
hoping that
base to
this
pay for
year,
their BS that don't work.
I'm hoping that this year our women they can't. I'm sharing it tough on my page. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. All my friends and like they normally, I got on their ass real bad on Black History Month this year. I got on their ass
Man,
real
Man, that's
bad
disrespectful.
thank you,
because
bro. They
I'm
cut
posting
up.
my I'm posting my Black History shit, and these motherfuckers damn near want to tell me to shut the fuck up because Bad Bunny on the fucking TV. Bitch
Right.
ass nigga, fuck you. This my month, nigga. You don't get to come in between this.
Some of a
And since
bitch.
and I told them niggas that since y'all want to be disrespectful when it comes to Cinco de Mayo, hoe ass niggas, I'm going to
Mm.
drink and I'm drinking on behalf of the Haitians that
Right.
helped free you motherfuckers, nigga. So nigga, y'all better. It's all that disrespectful shit.
Pinch your
Like
bitch
I
day
said,
horse.
normally on my page, on my Facebook page, they be coming at me. Nowadays, they don't got shit to say because I already did debunk. Only thing they can say now
Yes.
is, well, the Democrats are the lesser of the two evils. And then that's when I get to explaining
Why is
all
that
of it.
always the argument? Why is it
'Cause
the
that's
base
all
of the
they can say.
argument?
Because that's all they can say. If
This is the
they
base
either
of the
gonna say
argument.
that or they gonna say that you ain't no fucking you're not a policy you're not a politician. You didn't go to school for legislative woo woo woo, and they gonna insult our character because
Right.
apparently since we not claiming to be African American and we don't just kiss the ass of no Republican or Democrat and we are independent thinkers, we are hated because this government taught all our people to not think outside the box.
You know what,
Exactly.
bro?
Yeah.
When I say
Go
that
ahead.
is that is a gem,
Mhm.
it is the dynamics of how they built America and what they did through slavery. If you look at like how it goes and you go back and do the history of it, they did it. They knew this. They need to fuck with us mentally because they need generations to have us brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? How you got people mind you, they had the Bible doing all the slavery now. Come on now,
Mhm.
they had the
That's
Bible,
what made
so
us.
it was a mental wash that they went through to make sure that we can stay in the because you know when people actually make it, a lot of them they act funny and stuff like that. That's why I just know God is overwater God. I'm real funny acting. I'm an Aquarius, is how I act. But with how bro is, you know, you can tell he's a genuine person. So God's gonna be able to bless him with, you know, followers and income and money because he'll want to help his community back. Now, some people they've tricked us so bad where they finally get money because none of us really had done because they kept us trapped out of it for so long. They understand that when we finally get it, most of us finna go get a white bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's some mental gymnastics that we have to kind of unlearn these different things. That's why it's good for platforms like this in order to keep going because you're helping wake up people that are dumb, even though they sit there watching, but they don't know what to say because they're lost in because honestly, when you look at people like religion, especially with my family, it's shocking to hear these conversations right now because it's like, well, Jesus is this and this and that. Like it's like they just found out Jesus is black or something. Like, you know, y'all know his name was Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know, you know, so it's all stuff that needs to be unlearned, man. So it's a process. That's why we're here.
That's the thing, though, bro. Some people do that for proximity. Like Frederick Douglass had a white woman. Like he did that just to be in proximity to, you know what I'm saying? That like you ain't gonna get invited to the parties. You know what I'm saying? You straight like that. Like it is the system. It's the same system that the Caribbeans and Latin Americans go by. Where the lighter you are, the more you know what I'm saying. More accepted, or if you got white person beside you or backing you more than you know what I mean. Like
it ain't white, it ain't right.
We ain't fully incorporated into it, but it is like we know how to play the game. Like we know how to play the game more so than anybody else. That's how I say that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, some of them guys do, you know, they do want to be with them because it is some of them that's like that. They don't, you know, they look at them as just how them Africans and people look at.
But let me also give y'all a let me give y'all a southern gem for real quick for y'all too. I'm from a small country town. I'm gonna tell you why most of the black dudes that I know deal with white girls and Mexicans is because they ain't fucking kin to them. See, where I come from, almost everybody kin to each other, and if y'all keep doing y'all history, like fourth generation, like you gonna go to her grandma's house and they gonna be telling
like that.
yeah, you are fourth cousin, yeah, your granddaddy and blah blah, and you be like, damn.
Wow.
So once we got in high school, we was like, yeah, I ain't talking to no more black bitches. I mean, not for me. I got an FBA. I'm a little different. I moved around when I was younger, but my people in my hometown, a lot of them do got white girls and stuff like that. But that's the main reason for them. It's not like they hate.
But you know what? I agree with you, cuz I'm from a small town like how it is. But you know what? I was telling my sister and brother the other day. One way we deciding as a family we're gonna fix that. We're gonna start planning family reunions every 2 years, definite. Because my auntie them used to have them all the time in Memphis, all the time, so we always knew who our family was. But that has been a tradition of ours that has stopped. It's a family reunion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have to go back to those so we can know who our cousins and stuff are. So you got a good point because a lot of times they end up, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, be like third cousin, it don't count. And it'd be like, wow, you know.
Y'all ain't noticed that they demonize our family reunions now. Every time the niggas talk about family reunion now, they related to they fucking molester ass Uncle Chester or some shit. Every time they do that. And then be like, that's why you need to stay away from it. No, for real, bro. We got, like you were just saying, that mental spell. We got a lot of mental shit. It's a spell. It's literally a spell they casted on us, bro.
The strongest hold a person ever have is psychological.
They gotta be using dark magic, bro. But in every religion, it says that every damn religion, it say it's gonna be a group of motherfuckers that's gonna go through hell and hot water, but their time will only be a time. It will not be forever. And when it's over with, the first will be the last, and the last gonna be the first.
That's true.
So I'm talking about every religion. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. But in every religion, it sort of say that same kind of thing in a different way. So
isn't that amazing though? Because when you look at it overall, even Asian, Chinese, every other culture, they can always point at and say, "That's black people in America. We are the most resilient culture in history, and there's nothing wrong with giving flowers to that. We set everybody else free. Without our freedom, they wouldn't be free. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's really something to be proud of. I'd be really lost of like, why are they so mad about this whole FBA thing when if it wasn't for our people and what we did, y'all didn't even know how to fight. Y'all in their countries, they bleach their skin, they worship whiteness and that. Over here, we roast, or we gonna whoop you down for saying somebody else. And I think that's a great thing that says it taught you how to fight.
You know, because we delineate from the whiteness instead of incorporating ourselves into it.
Exactly.
Like
we learn how to work with it.
Y'all, let's let Aaron. Hold on, y'all. Let Aaron get on. Hold on, let's let Aaron. I brought him up. Let me let him get his turn.
What's
I know.
going on, family?
What's up?
What's
What's
going
up,
on?
Yeah,
Aaron?
What's up?
but basically and shit, I was letting y'all cook. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
can hear
good.
you good.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, basically, you know what I mean? For me, man, like, I look at it like, as far as the religion thing, I left church when I was 14. I'll be 62 this year. And for the
Okay.
most part, man, I feel as though that's one of the biggest dividers of our community, that religious thing. I feel as though that's a personal thing. Anybody looking outside of themselves for, godliness, then basically, you almost lost the battle. So, but for the most part, I just wanted to, touch on some of the topics, man, that's going on with this, anti-black hate going on with the Latino community. And, they just confirming a lot of the stuff that, I was saying before, man, like, it's not the individuals, because I grew up with a lot of Puerto Ricans and, I'm cool with them, they like family. But for the
Okay.
most part, it's not the individuals, it's the collective.
Right.
And that's how I feel about it. It's the collective. And, for the most part, we got to realize, man, we all we got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all we got. We don't have no allies.
At all.
That's
Everybody
all.
hate on us because we pretty much the main characters. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? We have a whole lot of stuff to hang our hats on. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't have that. And what
Somebody got
makes
the
us
police
different
chasing them,
from
huh?
the Africans, what makes
Go
us
ahead.
different from the Africans
Oh
is
yeah.
that, they come over here and they worship, these whiteys. And, with us, we've been rumbling them forever and we don't worship them. We fight against them. And,
Mhm.
just like in the past, they've been using us, to prop everybody else up. But basically, we done peeped the game and we draw the line in the sand and saying, like, listen, all that using our, our struggles, our trauma, our history to prop everybody else up is dead. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You see them
Mhm.
doing it. You know what I mean? Like in recent times with the Selma situation. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of different things they doing playing in our face, but we calling them out on it.
Right.
See, that's
Right.
why we gotta have that. We gotta have that Killermonger spirit, man. We
I'm
gotta have
saying
that
we got
Killermonger
that.
spirit.
I'm
Facts.
saying
Now,
we
I'm
a
saying
warrior class, fam.
that's what
We
we
a
is, but
warrior
see,
class.
That's
we got to
facts.
get people
One
to
at a
tell us
time.
to understand that their forefathers fucked up. See, like in Black Panther was trying to tell us something. T'Challa told his ancestors that Jay was fucked up. That was supposed to have meant something to them so they could see how it was. Because Killmonger is us and we is Killmonger. That's how they look
Right.
at us when
I
we
got a
step on
question for
the
y'all.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all because you just brought it up. Do you feel like them using the Black Panthers is disrespectful to our Black Panthers, the party? I'm gonna let all y'all answer that. Go ahead, Tank. I want to hear
anyway.
you on that.
Hell yeah. That ain't us. You know what I'm saying? That's the most disrespectful, ungodliest thing I've ever seen, light skin ass shit. How the hell you gonna sit out these fake people? The Black Panthers were some of the realest motherfuckers it was. They were here to help build our community. They helped build the color coalition. These are
Mhm.
men that came from struggle and understood that they had put crack, liquor, alcohol, everything in our hood, and they went to go save the hood. And what is crazy is that our own CIA, our own government was actually people who took down our people. Like people don't even really want to know the history. So this whole thing with the Black Panther thing, I knew I smelt it. I smelt his Jerry curl the first time I seen him. I smelt his Jerry curl and I smelt that double big gum he had because his breath was stinking. I smelt it through the camera the first time I seen him. That lion slew footed tiltherer. That's what I'm gonna start saying. But yeah, bro. Sorry about that. That's how I
I
feel.
need
So
to
y'all
get
go
you
ahead,
on the
cuz.
comedy, bro.
My
You
bad,
need to
cuz.
come on out. You need to be a comedian
Man, I'm
on
tired
that.
of them, man.
Shit, get on
Facts.
their ass,
Go
man.
ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Tony. How you
No,
feel? Do you feel
I
like
feel
that
the
Black
same.
Panther? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. They gotta try to market it and correct it and change it. But man, hell yeah, that shit. It's really disrespectful. It's really disrespectful. But at the end of the day, like I said, Killmonger, that's who we is, bro. But man, yeah, they did that to take the attention. So when you talk about Black Panthers, The kids gonna think about a fictional movie. They gonna think about some shit that ain't real. They don't understand that when I say Black Panther Party, I'm talking about Huey P. them. I ain't talking about T'Challa. You know what I'm saying?
Security guards.
Yeah, I'm talking about the real ones. So they did that to play, just like they always change the shit up. The Rainbow Coalition, that it was about bringing everybody together. That's what that was about. They changed
Right.
that to the LGBTQ shit.
They took
They
that shit, gave it
always
to us.
take
I
this
didn't
shit.
even know about it.
And see, and that's why I'm saying, and see, even shit like that, like this a powerful moment because they try to make it seem like the LGBTQ ain't FBA too or something. Like we the same motherfucking people, bro. Just because whatever you do, we black first. We foundational black
Exactly.
Americans before anything
B1.
else.
They
And
try to put that
anything
shit
that
on
helps the
top.
foundational black Americans first is gonna help out everything in our community. But yeah, them motherfuckers knew what they was doing. Black Panther is for our party. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
who it's
but
for.
my take on it is this: that anything coming from Hollywood, you got to look at it, you know what I mean, with an eyebrow raised, because for the most part, man, you got the small head community that controls everything, black, from NAACP, the CBC, and all other everything that's black, that have, that's supposed to be for us, they pretty much controlling it. So, you can't really trust anything that's coming from them. But I didn't even watch the Black Panther movie. I watched what is it, Sinners, but I didn't watch Black Panther. But, for the most part, it's like when you look at the Black Panthers and what they was doing, basically, they was about, helping out the kids, educating the kids, giving them knowledge of self and all this stuff. Whereas, they made them out to be a terrorist organization. And then you got the Ku Klux Klan running around hanging people, and they turn around and make them a religious organization.
Right.
So this is just the hypocrisy of America. And I'm saying it's buck naked, like standing in the mirror, with no clothes on. So, we starting to wake up, man, and like, with this social media, we can share information and, we can learn and not be hoodwinked like, in the past. Because a lot of us is still lost, especially people from my era, the boomers. I mean, you talk about not voting for the Democrats, man, they be ready to rumble. It's crazy.
For
Well, they're gonna
sure,
have to
for
go
sure.
on rumble. They're gonna have to go
I
and
ain't
put
gonna
them
lie.
boots up there because it's
Yeah.
over with.
Right, it's over with for him. I want to get Izzo, but first, before we get Izzo, y'all know we is having family reunion, and we're doing this every 2 months. I spoke to the team. We're gonna try to bring us together every 2 months and talk about what we can do. We don't want to do everything online, but uh, that's the link right there. We're gonna have more a family reunion in there. But Izzo, let me know what you how you feel about the Black Panthers, man, being used for something else instead of us knowing what the Black Panther started.
I ain't even gonna lie. The Black Panther is old, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at the representation, but Hollywood will whitewash whatever we, you know what I'm saying, have put a name on. The Black Panther old, but that's only from like the 80s, 90s, and the X-Men inspired by, you know what I'm saying, civil rights struggles and all that at the same time, you know what I mean? Like I can see the correlation by it, but I agree that Hollywood is whitewashing it to mean something else. But I put that in the hands of our people to educate of what the Black Panthers really is. I have platforms to really educate on what that really is, so it won't get whitewashed by Google and Wikipedia and whenever you want to pull it up on the search bar, T'Challa come up. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my gripe
And
with it. Like I'm not mad at the representation. Like they really Stan Lee tried to do his thing. Like they back in the day we had better black representation. Right now this just coonery. Like it's Tom shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Like it
like
really was like from the hot back then. But now this shit they just doing it for $1 right now when they use our blackface. Like right now, 2020, like whatever era that came out in, it's just for a quick $1, bro.
yeah, you
Man,
look
they
at
got I just seen a commercial that said it was some commercial, prominent brand. I just can't remember. It talking about some it hit different. I said, man, this some bullshit here. These motherfuckers racist as hell, but they talking about it hit different.
it
What?
hit
What?
different. Yeah.
I'm talking about. I heard
What
what's his
is
name?
that?
What's his name?
Wait,
J Man or something from Chicago. I heard his voice when he said it
I'm gonna go
hit
look that up.
different. Man, you gonna see it. I swear to God, you gonna see the commercial and y'all gonna laugh because I done
You
brought
have
it to
no
y'all
culture.
too.
No culture. No culture.
Yeah. Man, come
Man,
on.
Tank, you need to be in comedian, bro. We need to put you, man. I'm coming to
Saturday.
Maryland, man. I'm telling you.
Say
We,
it, man. But
we
I agree
stand
with
up
bro
ready.
said. If I could pick it back, and I got to go. I got to go run to my home, my friend girl live. But I appreciate you
Okay.
letting me have this time to chill with y'all, man. Y'all, I
All
love.
right.
But these are the black men. I don't care what y'all say. I love you. I love y'all type of black men because y'all are straight, confident, knowledgeable, heterosexual men, and I'm glad we still have those in our community, and we can actually have conversation without the divide, as you all can see. So come over here to Word of God because he is very, you know what I'm saying, no judgmental and bringing people together. I love that. But I'll pick it back off what brother said, and I'm gonna go. It is what he said about teaching our knowledge. My mama say this all the time. You know, they have. If you look at Florida, when they start taking our history out of schools, you know, this and that. Us as people, if you look at it, they are brainwashing our kids to the point where they think that Ruben Studdard is probably Martin Luther King. You see what I'm saying? And they're washing our culture to confuse generations down the road because again, this is a psychological warfare and it's long-term game.
Listen,
So
it all goes
we
back.
are built with them, and the responsibility is us as black people because we know what they're gonna teach in our schools. It is up on our heads, and our responsibility is we come together now, the 50-year-olds, 30-year-olds, the ones as we waking up to start teaching our young kids our history. Because if we don't, you know, they already jacked up as it is now. Come on, be real with you. And if we don't, can you imagine after we gone how they'll be? They won't be like us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you got to.
So thank y'all for what y'all are doing, brothers, and I'll continue that pattern of race, keep our young men knowledgeable and you know stuff like that. But brother, I love y'all, man. Y'all stay lit.
Love you too, family.
And if
Yeah.
y'all need me to come cuss anybody out, one of them tetherers with them Jerry
Yeah.
Curl juice, dirty foot, eating cookie hooks, weighing people, they don't know where they
Yeah.
from because they have no culture and know where to go and lost identities. Y'all call me. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna
Man,
be reaching
All
out.
right,
Man.
cool. Y'all be good.
Salute, Tank,
hey,
man. We love.
he
Yeah,
just made me think of that Chappelle episode where
man.
it was what's his name? Damn, he died. Paul Mooney.
Charlie.
He
Oh,
said
okay.
Oh,
Wayne
Paul.
Brady it makes what he said. Wayne Brady makes Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X.
Man, Tank, listen, Tank funny, man. I don't
Oh,
know,
man.
man. We gonna have to put Tank in a comedy arena, man. This dude here, like, he world class. But
Hey
Yeah, he
man, hey,
definitely
we
is
need him.
special.
We need him. I'm so glad he showed up and showed his face. We need him too, because like I say, y'all know they're trying to make FBA a hate group and shit like that. The Democrats gonna try to do their little spin, so we need them too to be, you know what I'm saying, with us, just like we need our black women too, because that's all the Democrats got is them. And once they turn their back on them, be like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers doing too much, and they already doing that. In truth,
yeah,
they already doing it. They've been doing that. Even when they didn't want Trump in, but they still didn't agree with, the people being in school and shit like that with them kids. Most of them didn't even agree with that. There was a label forced on them by the Democrats.
I ain't
So
even gonna
Let
man,
lie.
me
No, we got
let
the
me
most
ask
powerful
y'all
voice,
something.
though, fool. When we say
Let,
no,
let,
we ain't going
let,
for that. We ain't going for that.
let me ask y'all something. Do y'all feel as though they trying to marry the black community with the Rainbow Coalition?
They
And
been doing
how do
that.
y'all feel about that situation? Because for me, it just seems like, anytime you see a black show, you got the rainbow flag on it, and then you got the black power fist, and I feel like they're trying to use black culture, what I mean, to basically promote this rainbow coalition. And for me, and with the trash media and Hollywood, what I mean, they pretty much reinforcing this stuff through, a lot of the programming. And that's why, I got a problem with the small hats because, when you look at the music, when you look at I can't even watch TV. Real talk, what I mean. I pick up a book and read a book, but I cannot watch TV because our images is so destroyed. It's pathetic. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
So
big
what
guy
y'all
to answer
think
your question. Hell yeah, that's exactly what they did. See, the Democrats got to do something special. They got to do something that motherfuckers couldn't do for 300 and something years. They broke the black man and the black woman away from each other. Now, granted, of course, the Vietnam War and all that stuff had something to do with it too. But the Democrats can take that and run with that. They literally split our family apart, and
No,
the
listen,
Democrat
I
Party
put
is
that. I'm gonna
anti-black
tell you
man.
like this.
They,
I put that
they
on the
hate them.
small hat community because they the ones that control mainstream media.
Oh
And they the
yeah, of
ones
course,
that
of
control the
course.
music industry. They the
Of
ones
course,
that,
but that's too far.
and then
Of course,
It's
we
deeper
know
than
that, but
that,
that's too
y'all.
broad. That's too broad for our people. I'm keeping it on this little level right here because I'm trying to break our people away from these political parties. I get
oh
what you're
yeah,
saying. I agree. I
yeah.
know it's a bigger than that, but I'm putting it all on them because for
Oh,
some
but they
reason
definitely in
people
bed with each other. They
our people
definitely
think
in
that these
bed with
people
each
are
other
highly
because
civilized and shit.
you look
So
at
that's
this
why I'm
money
putting
that
on
was
that
just
right now.
being paid out. The what is it? SPLC. That's a Jewish organization. You know what
No,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, don't get me wrong. I blame
Yeah.
yeah, they the powers that be. Of course, we know that.
Yeah,
But right now, I'm on their little minions ass right now because if we can
Yeah.
because we can't get to them until we handle
Right.
this first. So
We
we need
got
to
this
Exactly.
handle
man.
this part
We got
first. You
dismantled
know
the
what I'm
system.
saying? So what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is the Democrat Party knew exactly what they was doing, and that's why they
yeah,
continue to
exactly.
perpetuate this shit right now. They do not want a black man speaking to a black woman. That's why they got all these terms and shit they
Yeah,
created. And we this toxic masculinity and you a slave if you get married because the Democrats need the black woman single and isolated so they can push
Yes.
her
exactly.
with a whole bunch of media so they can fuck her mind up.
They
Like
gave
And
when
they
I was
feel
a
they
like
kid,
gave her
if
too
they
much power being single,
like, look, when I was a kid, bro, this is like
working
this
the
is an
government
example.
and shit.
When I was a kid, bro, I was watching this Lifetime movie with my mama. And my daddy walked in, and when he seen me watch, and I was into it too. I still remember that fucking whole movie to this day. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But my daddy looked at me and looked at my mama and said, "You got him in here watching this bullshit. Told him get your ass up and get in this car. You coming with me? You don't watch that bullshit." And then we got in the car. He was like, "That shit ain't gonna do nothing but make your motherfucking mama crazy. She gonna be paranoid. She ain't gonna want to go to Walmart. She gonna be swearing at everybody trying to get her." That's the
yeah,
Democrat
that
Party
life
to me.
yeah,
That's the
that
Democrat Party.
lifetime is
And
addictive, man.
my
That
daddy
shit
took
like
me
a
away
soap
from that.
opera.
Exactly. And you know women need drama because they didn't traumatize them over these years and shit, making them think they gotta do everything on their own, doing all this shit like that. They didn't fucked our women up to the point where
Look,
when they see us, they are afraid of us because that's what they were
look,
taught.
Too nice, man.
listen, I
You
was
know what I'm saying?
watching Sister Soldier, an old clip of Sister Soldier, and they tried to hit her with that trick bag. They was like, "Yeah, so do you feel as though this is a good thing for the black women?" And she was like, "Well, listen," she said, "Well, she said when I speak, what I mean, I speak for the black community. I don't look at us as the black woman and the black man." Like she like broke it down. Like, basically they was trying to get her with the trick bag, like, like we're a separate entity. And they don't talk to no other community like that. So yeah,
Bro, fast
that's
forward.
one of them
It
things
just
they try
happened.
to do.
That happened with Ice Cube, bro. And when Ice Cube came with his plan for Black America, and he wanted to talk to Republicans and Democrats, Biden didn't even want to talk to the nigga, and Trump was like, "Yeah, I consider it." You know what I'm saying? And everybody
Yeah,
got on his ass, was calling him a coon.
yeah,
And when he got on that talk show with some of the people that he in fucking employed, put money in their wretched ass pockets, they got on his ass. He said, "Yeah, I got a plan for Black America." Here comes Vivica Fox over there. Okay, but it didn't say nothing about black women. He like, "Bitch, I
yeah,
said Black America, ain't you black?" And she's like,
yeah,
"No, no, no, we
exactly.
need more. We need it." And that's the problem. And that's how the Democrats get our women because our Democrats go specifically for the women. And then they make the man feel like if he asks for anything, he either sassy or
Trying to
he
take
got
their
the
rights
ball.
away.
We
And
either
you
got
know
to be
what?
gay or controlling. Like it's either one or the two. You can't be in the middle at all. They don't believe
What
in that. You either gay
what
because who are you to tell a woman what to do, or you too masculine, you toxic masculinity. You just want to control me. It's like it's slavery. So
yeah, I
Okay.
think they
that's
be
the
paying
difference.
these celebrities to do stuff like that because what's the comedian, the butchy looking chick, you know what I mean? She looked like a dude almost. You know what I mean? And she gonna say that marriage is like slavery or some bullshit. I
Coachella.
said, what the hell?
Mm,
I said, yeah, she got paid to say that shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
Beyonce
get
just
paid.
Beyonce over here talking right now. They had to pay. That's a big ticket too. They had to pay Beyonce early. They normally wait on Beyonce to at least midterms or voting. They normally wait for Beyonce because that's a big check. They already paying Beyonce to say shit. That's how
They
you know
panicking.
they fucked up. They like
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck. We
Look,
gotta get this money to
we
Beyonce.
got them
listen.
panicking.
Listen, y'all know them little stereotypes that been in the hood. You ever heard a woman say a stereotype? She was like, black men ain't shit, or it's a lot of stereotypes they just put in our hood, and they just wanted the echo chamber. They want people to keep saying it.
Yeah,
It's a lot
to
of little
repeat
stuff,
it.
and it grows
Yeah,
on us. You know what I'm saying?
My point
like
was before
would
they
you
gave him too
rather
much
be with a
power, bro.
bear or
With the welfare
be in the
programs and
woods
all
with a
that.
man or a bear?
Yeah.
And you know that like pretty much had a life of its own, and a lot of people was pissed about it as well.
Yeah, our young ones, they don't know shit. They just trying to be funny, and they don't be understanding it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'll be talking to them, and once you talk to them, bro, you gotta talk to them a little slow. Like you gotta talk to them with some finesse. But once you talk to them, they really don't even know, bro. They really don't. They go with what's popular. So if Beyonce say it, and then if because you know girls look up to girls, so they see a beautiful girl, they look up to the beautiful girl. So if the beautiful girl posts Beyonce and Beyonce talking bad about the Republicans, and they gonna say it too, and they all gonna come because you know the sister code is fucking. We need this. We need the FBA code to be as strong as the sister code. And on my mama, we'll
Yeah,
be under fucking feeded in
yeah,
anything, really. But it's like it's gonna happen though. But that's the thing. Right now, I ain't gonna lie. They got our most powerful weapon, and they got that bitch pointed right towards us, and that's black women. And I
yeah.
love them. I love them so much, bro. But in reality, they just need. I need them to understand that the government put this in place. They had operations. They spent money. They studied. They lobbied to do this shit. It took them years to do. It took them decades. I mean, even still, it's still a hats off to us because it took them 300 and something years to do what they've done now. But it's just time for us to realize that they did it. Not me, not you. It's a reason for all of that shit that happened. They knew what the fuck they was doing. That GI Bill, that changed a whole lot. From Vietnam, that shit changed so much. That just that GI Bill. When them white folks got to go home and they got to get some money, get their life started, and then the black folks, we ain't get shit. But our women on welfare, and then the woman getting bitter because she had to do all this shit on her own, and she not, pressure is for shoulders, it ain't for hips. So she lashing out doing what a woman gonna do, and her feelings about it because I didn't have to take over and do your job because the government then took you away from me. But see, they don't know to say the government took you away from me. They say you left. They don't say the government took you away from me. And that's what our people need to be saying, and that's what they need to know because if they knew that, then that would give us grace and we could give
And,
them grace. And then that's how
and
we
one
get the love back. Because we need our
and,
love back. We ain't got the love, bro.
yeah,
We ain't got it.
and
We need it.
one thing I like to see our black women doing is starting to hold black women accountable because I'm gonna tell you, a woman could do the most foulest thing, and and you tell a female, she be like, "Well, what did he do?" That's the
Man,
first
look
thing
at
she
Cardi
want
B.
to say.
They
What
don't
Look
did
at
know
he
Cardi
Hey,
B.
when,
accountability, bro.
yeah,
They don't
Look
know
at Cardi B.
accountability, bro. They just
Look
gonna
how
keep
hard.
pinning blame, bro.
Look how hard they
And
go to
somebody
defend
always gonna
Cardi
forgive
B.
them.
And Cardi B ain't even a foundation of Black American. It's that woman code. That's why I was telling y'all. Man, you can't even say Cardi B a hoe around certain women, or your ass finna get blocked. They don't even want to talk to you no more. Because who the fuck?
Yo,
You can tell these
yo,
girls like, yeah, y'all know Cardi used to, get people SA and stuff. She used to get drug people and let her training friends do stuff to them against their will, and they'd be
yeah, I
like,
heard
well,
her bragging
he shouldn't
about that.
that
But
and guess what our women say? Our women say, well, they shouldn't have been trying to buy it anyway. It's like, damn, y'all really hate
yeah.
us for real. Like,
No,
damn.
but it's a female code though. They just don't listen. Female do not hold each other accountable. You know, that's
yeah,
the last thing you're gonna hear a female say is I was wrong.
That's because they play
And if
into
she
it too.
do, and if
They
she
play into
do, you know what I mean,
what's
it's
the name
because she's
too.
trying to get to something.
They play into
But
white supremacy
for
too
the
by
most
doing
part,
that
they do
bullshit.
not.
By blaming us, they play into white supremacy. That shit is a problem.
But
And
they
that's by
use
Like, you
way,
know what I'm
it.
ladies and
saying? By
gentlemen.
not taking accountability for their stuff, by making the black person always be the fall man for their stuff, they take a part of white supremacy as
And
well.
who taught them
Like, it's
that?
an
And who taught
system.
them that? The feminist movement taught them that. And who
It
was the
Yeah,
is.
feminist
and
Feminist.
movement?
I told you.
and the
And who was the
feminist
Yeah.
feminist
movement is
movement hand in hand? The
anti-black
feminist,
male anyway.
the feminist
right. It's
movement
the
is
Any
woman out
female
there
that's a
though.
feminist is anti-black male.
Yeah, listen, there is some women out there. We got to start supporting these YouTube channels. I'm finna bring a highlight to them. It's some women out there that's putting YouTube channels. Shout out to the Crimson Cry, the Crimson, I forget her name, black lady, but she stand on business.
Some
Tabby
good
Clips.
females out
I
here,
shout
but
out Tabby Clips too. I be
too
listening
many look
to
up
it.
to
Yeah, I'm
Sexy
saying
Red.
there's definitely some exceptions. I mean, not I
Yeah,
ain't saying that
I mean
females
we
is
need to
bad. It's just
support these
something that
women.
they just got to work out.
Water
Yeah,
God gotta do damage
This
control. We
the
can't just
thing though.
put no
The
water
women
God
don't
out
even
there.
support themselves, brother. The women don't even support themselves. Like that female stuff be deep. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they won't see.
But let me
Like that's
let
how I
me ask
look,
y'all
bro.
something
Like they
real
don't even
quick.
support themselves for real. They do, but they
And
don't.
I'm
They hate to
land my
fake with that.
plane.
go
Let
ahead.
me ask y'all something though. The same
Go ahead.
way they use these immigrants as a buffer to keep us out of the workplace is the same way they was using our females. Because
Of course.
Of course.
it'd be easy for a female to go out there and get a job. You can be way more qualified, but they hire her before they hire you. And the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, you know what I mean, because of the fact that the female has been the breadwinner in our community for the last 10, 15 years, maybe not in every situation, but in a lot of situations, they be the breadwinner because a lot of times we are ostracized from these positions because they more comfortable with a black female as opposed to a black male, especially, FBAs, because, like I say, we're not going to accept certain things. If this, if something is out of place, we're going to speak on it. Whereas, these immigrants and these tethers, you know what I mean? Yes, boss, what you need, boss, you know what I mean? And we ain't on that type time. You know what I
All women
mean?
stuck in that cycle though.
Yeah, so
Like in that
you
power
know,
cycle, you know what I mean? Like it's hot, like they don't want to get rid of it, bro. And that's the feminism playing the spot.
yeah, and that's
Like
the thing. And
they get more power by
they
not
use,
being with us, like through more welfare, more kids. You know what I'm saying? Like like you can't be in the house. They gonna mess with my, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
yeah,
Right, right,
and
right. But this what brother.
it started with that, but basically as time went on, they started to, cipher us out of the workplace. And
Yeah.
that's why, you see black male unemployment, always been higher than black female unemployment.
Yep, yep. Like shout out to listen, Call Dog and what's the name was right too. They saying some good stuff. Jay, they saying
Go
some
ahead.
real stuff. It is women out here. We have to highlight them. That's pushing the narrative that we want. You get what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
gotta think about it. If we go, and we showering girls at the strip club, or we showering women that's not on
Yeah.
the same mindset we on, it's gonna lead to more problems. But if we looking out for the women that is on code and is aligned with us, they gonna change more with the women, I feel like, than anything else would. If women see men giving them attention like that, they gonna have to, that's gonna be impactful. That's just my opinion. But
That is
what
a
y'all
man
think
thing.
about
No,
that? Do
yeah,
you think
well,
that's a good process?
no,
I
I
just
think
feel it.
this is what I think. And that's what I was saying earlier, bro. We still got to be able to speak truth. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I
Well,
said it
bad
earlier.
looks.
We gotta figure out how to do it. And me and Water God, we had these conversations every time. And we
Yeah.
end most of the time with we gonna have our sisters check our sisters. And I agree, but it's still truth to it because we need our women. We need them bad and we love them bad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when people hear us talking about them, see, okay, it's like this. It's like for the not shit stepdaddies, for the niggas who don't even like that little kid. They'll let that little kid get away with everything. They don't give a fuck about nothing. He can have bad grades. They don't even care to whoop him or discipline him. They ain't gonna take nothing from him or nothing. They gonna be like, that's your fucking son. I don't care. But if it was his son, he'll be on his son ass. Like, hold on, bro. What you doing bringing a D in his house? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you ain't doing nothing until you get them grades up because he
Yeah,
loves that person. So he
yeah.
giving that person constructive criticism because he loves them. He don't hate them. We didn't got soft as fuck in these times to the point where it's hard to even talk. And that's why I say we do got to do it with some sort of finesse. But like I also said, what I'm speaking about is not to attack the black woman. What I'm trying to
Not
do
at
is
all.
get the black woman to understand that she has been hoodwinked,
Yeah,
bamboozled, she has been
but
tricked. And don't be mad at me because you got tricked. Because we got tricked by this same motherfucker too. We need to
exactly.
be. Save that anger for them because we having this conversation because of what they created for us, not what me and you did to each other. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So,
No.
But you know what? You know what I think? I feel as though the way things are starting to evolve, and we are like as Black people is starting to see that we have no allies. We're starting to come together, and we're realizing that we have the same. Basically we need each other. You know what I'm saying? And we all we got. So I feel as though a lot of the negative stuff that's going against us is pretty much bringing us closer together and starting to realize that,
Oh, you might have went out there, Aaron. That's all good. Aaron, yeah, you done went out real quick. But let me interject. Um, yeah, we feel like we gotta get out, we gotta make sure we popularizing the women that's on code. Cause we got some brothers that ain't on code too. It's we got the boule. It's a lot, but it is some women that is on code and they're gonna like I remember me being in I was out there in college and I remember you know some girls was I was in the streets and I was dealing with women and I understood that women do things a lot different than men. And I was like, dang man, I want to have an all woman like staff because I just feel like they're more impactful. They can sell a lot better. So what I'm saying is the government see that. They see that they want our women single and working for them. But we gotta switch that. But I get what y'all saying. Women are powerful because they
They
sell,
control
man.
the culture for real. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, they can sell, they can sell, you see how they doing with the feminist movement, but we still got solid women. I just want people to understand we got women that's FBA that's standing on business out here for real. Like
oh no,
really,
100.
you know what I'm saying? And they need to be celebrated. We can't be so into talking about the ones that ain't like we really gotta start bigging up these women that's standing on business, in my opinion.
No, that's a good opinion. That's why I say I share it every time I see women talking that real shit. I share it even if they don't agree with what we talk about. If she an athlete, I don't care if she walk with the Democrats. She an athlete and she didn't got a goal. I'm gonna support her. If she made it to anything, truthfully anything, I'm gonna support my black women at all costs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said,
Probably the
I do
goat.
all this because I love them. Truthfully, shit, we need
Hmm.
each other. I mean, that's all
We
I can
need
really
each
say,
other.
bro.
Yeah. For real. No, but and that's why I appreciate where y'all coming from because I know y'all really love y'all ain't speaking on, sometimes when people try to correct our women, they speaking on from what they've been through. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, bro, but it's bigger than that. I want the males to understand it's bigger than that. We gotta lead them. We gotta take back. So we can't be looking at it like we pointing fingers. We gotta be like, okay, we gotta take over what's ours because they being used against us. So we gotta, we gonna have to stand up.
As
We
long as the
Yep.
gotta.
And shout
community
out
waking up,
Conway
we should
Twitty.
be all right. We should be in better position. As long as everybody waking up, we all of the same mind,
Yeah, they
bro.
waking up too.
We
Like we
straight.
gotta get
Like
that
you know what
too.
I'm
They
saying?
waking up, family.
Like
They
that's
waking
that,
up.
that's really what it take, bro. Like for everything to be in motion, for both sides to really come together.
Yep.
Like
Mm-hmm.
It
the
take grace,
FBA,
bro.
FBA strong.
It take grace, fam. It just take grace, and like I said, I feel like we all doing our work. My little Facebook only got 5,000 friends on that motherfucker, but like I say, I share
Hey,
this shit every day, and I
right.
know, I know for a fact that what I say makes a difference because when people see me, they be like, "Yeah, bro, I be wanting to say something, but I don't know nothing about that shit." But you be sounding like you know, and I be like, "Bro, that's why you need to find, you need to know. Don't just take my word either,
Mhm.
because the stuff I'm saying, I want you to look it over again, because I want you to know for yourself." Because that's
Mhm.
where the power at. That's why, because black people, bro, you can tell that we've been heard that knowledge is powerful forever, but knowledge
Yeah.
in what? See, we ain't never get specified on what the knowledge was, and it's about you.
Yeah.
It's about you. Once we all know our history, like I say, you can't tell me who I am because I already done my genealogy, so I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
with that, we all need to know that though, because soon as you really get into yourself, you're gonna realize how many different people that lied to you, and then that's
Yep.
when you get that pride about yourself to say, hell no. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah,
gonna. That's self love that we lack.
yeah,
It
we
all
lacking
comes with
that.
knowledge of self.
Yeah, shout out to Ibex, man. He put it only takes 30% of us to be on code. I like that. Cause we gotta leave some people where they at. We don't need listen, we can't be trying to save the world even with our people, family. They got a hold on some of our people that we're not getting them out of that. They're done. They're over with. You can't change their mind. We gotta focus on the people that we feel like is gonna be able to make the moves. You feel me? So I'm with y'all though, but a lot of people like we only need 30%. And we can't be trying to change people's mind too much. You got to be with this or you not. We ain't got time for it right now. But if we get enough people on code, I think it's definitely gonna make power moves, in my opinion. Yeah. Strip clubs go out of business if cats stop tricking. And if they stop tricking, women gonna start selling. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be both. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a lot that's going in, but we ain't got time to save everybody, y'all. It ain't gonna happen, fam. It's some people, they gonna stay there. We ain't gonna change their mind. For real.
You can shame them though, bro. Shaming is a part of it.
Saving them, yeah, but
shame.
Oh, shaming them. Yeah, we gonna shame them, but
Shame them,
we
bro.
already know that we ain't gonna save them.
We gotta be in truth, brother.
Yeah.
We do gotta be set in the truth, but we gotta let them know that they wrong, bro. We can't keep living in sin. Our people living in sin hard as hell. We serving two masters right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm with it. I just don't want to put too much. I don't want to be beating our head on a dead horse that we know ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't all of us. When Jesse called us AAs, African American, we still called ourselves black. Shout out to Lanita, man. Going.
I ain't gonna hold it. The African American was a big one, man. They did their big one with that one. That was a hell of a dupe.
Boy, they did good with that one, boy.
They got us.
They cooked. I ain't gonna hold you. They ain't get us for real, but that was a hell of a blanket to pull over.
I was confused. Knowing that term when that came out. I was born around the time that term came out. I'm telling you, I remember like I never heard nobody in my neighborhood, my family, ever say nothing about Africa. But when I go to school, I'm hearing African American. I'm like, this ain't, the two worlds ain't matching up. So
my grandmother said I'm Cherokee. My grandmother said we was Cherokee.
That's
like,
what
you
my
know what
grandma
I'm
used
saying?
to tell me. They said we Cherokee Indian.
African American. Like,
But then I go to the school and they telling me African American, and I'm like, I'm confused by what I don't know what to believe. But once I got older, I knew that my grandma was saying Cherokee Indian. I used to always say, yeah, we Cherokee Indian, and people used to it just wasn't a common thing. But now we proud of it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's common. My great grandma said,
you know what I think it was, bro? I think that it was reclassification because African American is another reclassification. But back then, I think you either had to reclassify or you had to give up your land, and that's how they got a lot of us to go from Indian to black to slave and all that other. You know what I mean? Like it was another reclassification. I think that's how they did they trick. Because it's always been a treaty. They always break the treaty and all this other little mumbo jumbo like that.
Well, technically, if we was under any type of like to say that they enslaved us or whatever, technically we supposed to have the same benefits as they is. Negroes ain't supposed to be taxed either. But the Indians made sure they changed that. It's an amendment. Like I said, if we actually had a real political party, we'd be able to replicate all this shit. But we ain't got shit.
They said it was a war. Like 7 countries went to war with the natives here.
They had to.
You know what I'm saying? That's what destroyed the history of what was before.
Hey, but I'm a 90s baby, bro. So when African American, I used to be like African American. What he said, I ain't from Africa. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. Like, nigga, what? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I was with him. I was with the young blood brother that was saying he from Crenshaw Mafia. I went with Trey. Trey asked me to get kicked out. Hell, over there trying to force a nigga to say he from Africa. My daddy said you from Africa, so you from Africa. Like, nigga, who you think you is?
For real. For
Well,
real.
that
My
term really
grandma
don't
taught
apply
me
to
to
us.
Cherokee. Yeah, man. My grandma was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian, man, and you know that's crazy though. But
You did,
they,
what God you been on? You did your genealogy, bro?
I didn't do my genealogy, but I did do. I was able to trace my great greats, you know, to 1870, but I ain't do a genealogy, you know.
It ain't nothing to it. If you got your family and all that, it's a lot of them documents you probably get up in there and get to reading and be like, damn, he went through that for real. Like I said, when I read
Mhm.
mine and I found out that I had three great grandfathers that fought in the Civil War, and like looking at what they went through and all this, it's like damn, like my people really like we all know it, but it's like you don't know the name of the person, but I know the names of them. It's like damn, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Like my people. So when I hear somebody come over here that's been here for 50 years or something, and they try to stand next to me and be like, "Yeah, we're Black American like you," I'm like, "Hold on, nigga, your people didn't win in that Civil War." Hell
Right.
no. You
Right.
Mhm.
cool with us. Like, we fuck with you. Don't get it twisted, but calm down with that shit, because it ain't,
For real.
no. This foundational shit over here, Pimp. This is indigenous talking. You talking to an indigenous person.
They think they
Right.
struggle equate with our struggle. That they struggle with the white man equate with our struggle with the white man. That's where a lot of the confusion stem from with them.
But it's full of shit. They
Not
only
the
say
same
that
thing.
bullshit. No, we gotta call this out, brothers. That's bullshit because they only do that shit to us. They only say that shit to us. As soon as they get
Well,
the fuck away from us,
we the only
they
one
do
got that
it.
relationship though, brother. With everybody. We the only one got that relationship.
That's true. We is some lovable motherfuckers, ain't we,
You know what I
boy?
mean? Like with the white man, with the African, with the Migo, like we the only people got this type of relationship with these people, bro. Like we
Yep.
benevolent as hell.
Don't nobody interact with this much cultures than us. You feel me?
Because we
Mhm.
got that. Because we got a soul. I'm
And
telling
we
y'all.
Mhm.
shared.
I'm telling y'all, everybody ain't got no soul. Y'all think I'm playing right now. I'm so serious because
No,
we
I
got
know.
souls and they don't. These people ain't got no soul, bro.
That's why
Because if
they
you
can't
did,
make
how
nothing
could
no
you do
more.
this shit to us? How could you do this shit to us if you ain't got no soul? We don't do shit to nobody but ourselves. That's the main thing they talk about. All y'all do is kill each other. Woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't mass killing nobody else but ourselves. But we always the problem to everybody.
Hey, bro, you know what? You can guilt them, bro, because you know you can bring up like dude like Caesar or Christopher Columbus himself and say, ain't nobody out here, ain't no nigga ever got as many bodies as them white boys who came over here first strike and came over here and came to America.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody going to that scale. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, got stripes
But
like them.
yeah, but see the
That's like
problem is
500 a man.
integration. Yeah, but see integration made us look like animals. Once we integrated with these animals, it made us look like animals because now it's like
They got somebody to
we under,
blame, brother.
yeah, they got somebody to blame. Hmm. And that's what really messed us up because it's
We
people
always
really
the
think
one.
they don't know that, bro. We had Black Wall Street. Why wasn't we doing all of that? That's why they had to burn the town down. Because we didn't have all of these, these negative notations about our people.
You
We
don't learn
wasn't
that
under
in
that
school.
spell yet.
You
Hmm?
don't learn
It's a
that in
reason.
school about how they
It's
burned
a
all them
reason why
cities
they don't.
down and whatnot.
It's a reason why they don't talk about that state fair too. That state fair that they had,
Mhm.
that beautiful building that was made out of marble, and I don't know if you ever heard about it, Water God, but they used to have state fairs in like the 1700s, and I'm talking about beautiful coliseums and shit that we created because we know damn well the natives ain't created shit because they ain't never created shit ever. But
Mhm.
uh, all them structures was here. They had a big world fair and then they destroyed all the structures and tried to say that they created it in like a couple years or something. That's not even fucking possible. But the truth was we are the builders. Like I said, my people, Mississippi, Memphis. We like the Mississippian mound builders, the mound builders.
Mhm.
The Native Americans can't take no credit for them mounds. That's why they call themselves the know nothings. That's why they don't say nothing in political terms. They don't say shit because they know they ain't built shit. You gotta think about this shit for real and look
Mhm.
at what you see. Do you see them creating anything? Fuck no. But do you see the Black Americans that created shit? Hell yeah. Every time you stop at a stoplight, every time you turn your arrow on, you looking. It's a black creation. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we are the real deal mound builders, bro. We are the
Yeah.
inventors. This is what we do, and it don't matter if you lock us in a dark room. We're gonna find a way to bring some light to it. I promise
But,
you that.
but everybody think they made the white man made this country, bro, and that's the thing that sting. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it was Daily Wrap Up Crew, African up there talking all crazy, like this the white man country. He made it. Like he don't even know. Like that's the
Right.
history they get coming over here, bro.
They got a
Like,
weak ass
that should be
mentality
whitewashed
anyway.
as hell.
They got a weak ass mentality, and they don't get our fight and our struggle, and that's what gets me out. This is white
Mm-hmm.
man's country. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck if they do own everything. They don't fucking own me, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
got
let's
that kind of
level that.
attitude with me. I don't care what the fuck they claim they self to own. We own this whole fucking planet, and the sun gonna show them that. So I ain't got to worry.
Facts.
We just got, like I said, you gotta know yourself. Once you know yourself, all that the shit talking that we do, we already good at shit talking, and we don't even know who we is yet. Imagine
Right.
you find out who you is, and then you mix that with our Joan and the way we be joning and getting oh
Oh
man,
man, it's over with.
it's
It's
over,
over
and then
with,
it's all
bro.
facts. Everybody just gonna have to sit there and stutter and try to, and then get. You know what they gonna
Mhm.
try to do, don't you? They gonna try to tell us who we is in our face. That's exact. Oh no, no, that can't be true. Well, you know, you can't be an Indian because the Indians they slaved you, so that wouldn't. Da, 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 da. It's like, dude, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. I know what my great grandma told me. I'm
They're gonna tell
Blackfoot,
you
nigga.
the Indians were Siberian and all this other whatnot. Like we don't know.
They
Like
Or they
gonna
hit
tell
you with,
we
you
telling
who
you what
you
we is, bro.
or they hit you with the same old dumbass line. What does your
is.
DNA test say? What'd your DNA test say? Like you stupid motherfucker. That shit ain't even accurate.
At
You
all.
really 0.001% your stupid ass. You trying to tell me that to deny my great grandmother and what she told me in her living room. She
Yeah.
told me I was black. But she actually, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. She told me not to let these white folks call me black or call me a nigga. She said you was Blackfoot. But it was a point in time where they couldn't say that or they could get killed. I mean, unalive. Sorry about that, water. You
No,
know,
you good.
we could see that's what these other people they don't know that it was against the law for us to say that we was Indian. That it was
True.
against the law. We could go to jail for that. People don't know that part of the history.
You said Blackfoot, like Blackfoot Cherokee.
Well, from my
Blackfoot is his own
understanding,
tribe. Yeah.
no, from my understanding, the Cherokee and Blackfoot was once it was all Cherokee. But when the Europeans came, the Blackfoots were the ones that was not trying to get down with the Europeans at all, and we had a war within our own tribe. And that's my
That's
understanding
yeah.
from oral
Yep. Yep.
history. From what's passed down through oral history, because you know, if you get on the internet, they're gonna say Blackfoot is South Dakota or some old bullshit, but it's oral history. It's just it's the same shit. They don't know everything about Bloods and Crips either, but they'll make something up on the
Right.
internet and they'll say some shit. But if you
But
a
they
real
said
member, you do like, hell no, that ain't true.
yeah. They said the Blackfoot was the largest tribe though. Like that was the most of people we had, but you right, it could have branched off. You know how you know how that
Well,
go.
like I said, that's that's oral history that I've always heard passed down. Is that when
Right.
the Europeans came, the Cherokee, they still Cherokee. That's why. Just think about it. All us black folks got a tie to Cherokee. Somebody in your family got a tie to Cherokee. But we wasn't civilized. See, we was the part that either wasn't gonna go to Oklahoma, we wasn't trying to go nowhere, we weren't trying to do none of that shit. We wanted our land, we wanted to stay where the fuck we was at. And if the colonizer came around, we was gonna try to kill them, or we was gonna get enslaved and become prisoners of war bound.
That's
That's
why I
what.
said that reclassification and that what's the name, that grad, the treaty and
Yeah,
that reclassification. That's where that came into play. That's what I think.
yeah. So Blackfoot is Cherokee. It's just Blackfoot are the uncivilized version of Cherokee. We wasn't fucking with that shit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My
they
folks used to say that too. She used to highlight that Blackfoot Cherokee. So that rung a bell, bro. I don't, that's why I said that's a part of that whitewashing agenda they keep trying to put out there. They keep trying to say
Yeah.
that ain't nothing.
yeah, they can try to deny the Cherokee. They can try to deny. They'll just say, what they'll do is they'll give it hats off, be like, well, you guys were just enslaved bound. And that's what they are trying to do. But like the Seminole tribe, they can't try that shit with the Seminole tribe or the Maroons. They can't try that shit with them, so they don't even want to talk about them. But what they are trying to say is they were African slaves that took up the indigenous roots and blah blah blah. It's like shut the fuck up. Trying to make they work so hard just to not say the truth. Every time it's something with an Indian, they always throw in an African tribe. They always do that dumbass, but they doing it because, like I said, if black people took a hold of our roots and we start really understanding that shit, and we look at that treaty that they had where the what they was basically saying, if you was in a Indian territory, a tribe or anything like that, if you was around them around the time of emancipation, then you are entitled to those same laws as the Indians, the natives. So we not Negroes are not supposed to be getting taxed for nothing. We supposed to own our shit, own flat out, and our land supposed to be sacred land. That's the real truth. But ain't no damn politician gonna fight for that because
at all.
we taxpayers. They need our money. They need
need
our
our
money.
They need it.
Yo, they going broke right now though. The whole
Think
world,
about it.
listen, everything is hurting right now for these people because the music, everything, because they were so dependent on us that if we just stopped and say, you know what, we ain't letting y'all get over on us no more, they ain't gonna know what to do. They got so much resources tied up on us that if we just stop a lot, it's like the whole circulation finna stop, y'all. So that's what I'm on. I'm trying to stop the system right now.
That's why reparations is such a big conversation right now. That's why it's just so pivotal at this time.
Oh yeah, the Democrats fucked up with that shit,
They
bringing the
did.
damn
They
Africans
bring
down here to
that
talk about reparations. It's like, oh, for real? So y'all want to talk about it too? And what's her name? LaPaul talking about reparations for the illegal immigrants.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
Yeah, I say so.
boy, they gave us a full clip. A
Man,
full clip. You think we ain't finna use that shit? Oh, they talking about reparations and they really don't deserve it. Now we on your ass.
right.
For real.
Like we
Ain't no
been
letting
here.
up this time. Put up or shut up. It's over with. We ain't trying to hear none of that.
And these illegals can't even vote. You telling me you gonna get these off my taxpayer? Nah, but we
They
ain't
trying to
having
make them.
that.
They
We
trying
ain't
to make them
having
be able
that
to
at
vote.
all.
If they can make them motherfuckers vote, then they'll be able to replace us, and then they really ain't got to give us shit at all.
That's what they
They'll just
trying to
keep
do,
doing
bruh.
it.
Like that's why it's so pivotal right now. Like that's really what they trying to do. Like they built Joe Biden built this buffer class, bro. I hate Joe Biden. He the worst president, bro. I'd rather George W. Bush than Joe
Nah,
Biden, bro. I'm not lying
I
to
don't
you,
like
bro.
none of
Joe
them. But I feel
Biden
you.
got destroyed us,
Yeah.
bro. Before we grew up in Bush era, bro.
Yeah, but I think as time
Like,
go
for
along,
real,
it
bro.
get worse and worse. So a lot of them guys that was president that we didn't like just because it was in the 90s and it was in the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't looking as bad as it is now because now is, you know, the dollar done got bigger. I mean, the dollar done got less value. So it's like, it's worse right now. You get what I'm saying?
Before like niggas, people like Obama did it though, bro. And
Yeah.
and Biden with his little inflation and all that, bro. Like they doing it, brother. That's what's killing me. And we just can't keep voting for that and higher taxes. That's destroying us with no reparations. Like I understand if we got reparations, like I bet we can throw something somewhere, I guess. But y'all ain't giving us nothing for our votes, bro. Like we still where we at.
They give us insults for our votes.
Right.
That's what they give us.
Yeah.
Insults.
But what I say what we do now is, listen, anytime I hear somebody spending money with an immigrant, I gotta check them. I gotta say something so I can veer their mind off of that. And we need all the money in our communities, bro. We gotta spend money with us. Like I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I went to my barber, I'm getting a haircut, and he was like, man, I can't wait. Sooner when I get off the chair with you and your son, man, I'm finna go. I feel like me some ching chong, you know. And when I heard him say it, I wanted to say something like heated. I wanted to say, man, what's wrong with you? I wanted to really, tell him something, but I just stopped and I was like, dang, have you ever noticed it's no Chinese people in the black stove in our restaurants? He was like, dang, you right. You know, and I thought that was it, but then he asked me a question. He said, "Hey, why you asking me that?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I just been wanting to support the community more, and I kind of hate how people be going into other people. They're taking money out of our community and putting it in the other people's community that's not putting money in. It's like I don't like that. Feel me?
That's what they brought them here for. Civil rights was in '64. They brought I mean, granted, there was some Asians already here to help with the railroads that we had started, but they started bringing them in mass in '65. They gave them. It's the same thing. They just buffer classes. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. We were supposed to be second class citizens, but they gave the second class citizens really to the Asians. They the ones brought them in our neighborhoods. The Asians didn't even want to be in our neighborhoods at the time. They wanted to be in the white folks' neighborhood too. But the white folks
They
wouldn't let
didn't
them come
want.
over there. They wouldn't
No,
let them. It was they
the loans
redlined
only
their ass.
got approved in black neighborhoods.
Yeah, and they did it on purpose. And while they was approving them, they was denying us. So that's why we all grew up with a foreigner inside of our neighborhood that's making all the money off the gas and off the snacks and shit from the stores. That's what that was designed.
I
It
ain't
was
well.
literally designed.
Asians used to be classified as Negroes too, though. That's the whole thing.
Well,
Like
it
these
just came to a part with the
reclassifications be
red
crazy,
line.
bro.
They was the first model citizen.
That
Yeah.
They
too.
was the first ones. They was the first model citizens. They actually got, like I said, the Italians was getting treated a little rough. You know what I'm saying? They was getting treated rough too. But they let them motherfucking Chinese. They let them come over because they had to give it because they said they was gonna give it. But that's when they started doing all this person of color and minorities and all that shit. Those names damn near created to oppress us by linking us with the same shit we trying to delineate from now. It's the same thing. They just put other people in head of our benefits, and they have to at least try to act like they know where it came from. So they gonna bring up slavery. They gonna bring up something that we fought for, but they gonna give it to other people. And it's the same shit that they've been doing ever since 1965.
Yep.
That's
Well,
why the
Same.
actually,
slave
no.
acts so
Actually,
cool.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's before them because they brought in the
The
Native
Indians.
Americans.
They
They
brought
brought in
in
the
them
Native
Indians.
Americans first. They was the
Yeah.
first buffer class. The first ones was the natives.
Even
We
before
I
them,
know
built they
it's
the
yeah.
the
U.S.
white.
colored troops built their
Yeah.
reservation. We built their reservation while they was up school in North learning how to fucking be native. That's why they get on my nerves when they get to say you don't even speak the language. Bitch, you learned that shit in 1850 fucking 5 when they didn't even know what the fuck they wanted to do with y'all motherfuckers yet. Don't come, y'all had schools, bitch. Don't come over here talking like y'all just man, shut up. Like I said, I be wanting them natives to do their genealogy so bad so I can see where y'all really come from and so you can see what year you really got here, so you can shut the fuck up. And that's why Trump kicking their ass out.
That save act gonna be important. That save act gonna change a lot of stuff, bro. Like for I mess with this, I ain't gonna say if got my full support, but the stuff he doing, it can put us in play. Like it'll keep us, give us some type of power that the Democrats trying to wipe away, bro. Like the save act, birthright citizenship, like that stuff that's gonna hurt us in the long run if it go unchecked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
big facts, man. Hey, look, I appreciate everybody who tapped in, man, and definitely, man, I appreciate Tank coming in, man, talking about how we be standing on business on the channel. But man, I appreciate y'all calling in, man, because people like to hear this. They like to hear different perspectives, man, and especially knowledgeable perspectives. And everybody on the channel that come on here, man, y'all got it. So, bro, I appreciate y'all. We live on Sunday again, y'all, but we're gonna drop some more content tomorrow. But we is trying to link up with the family. And y'all know, man, every time y'all support the channel, man, you supporting us pushing group economics, us pushing keeping the money in our community. That's just the action steps that we want to have for the community. We want to have more money in our pockets so we can spend more money with us. So I'm gonna let Tony Red and Izzo, man, land a plane, and we definitely gonna chop it up some more, man, on Sunday. I hope y'all tap in. But Tony Red, Izzo, y'all go ahead and I'll let Tony Red go first, man. Go ahead and say your piece, man, and before we get up out of here.
Man, peace and love, more healing, and do y'all genealogy. Don't let these motherfuckers
Straight
tell you
up.
who y'all is. Find out who you is for yourself. and give each other grace. If write the word grace somewhere in your house, on your refrigerator, and make sure you give it to our people because we need that shit. We need
Yeah,
that
we
grace.
need it. You right. Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. Salute, Tony, bro. I appreciate you. Izzo.
Yeah. Love, fun, man. Thank you for keeping this going, man. We do need black media to keep going. I'm trying to put some stuff together so we can like get a press going. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work on stuff. I
Yeah,
got a strategy for our people, bro. We keep doing what we do, man.
for
You know what I'm
real.
saying? We staying strong.
For real.
We got
For
a
real.
plan going.
We got a plan going, and we want to help each other. So anything y'all trying to do, don't be afraid to come on the channel and say, bro, this is what I'm trying to do for the people. Da 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 da. We're gonna stand behind you. We're gonna support you, man. Anybody that's principles and morals, and you standing on the culture, we want to help you. We want to support you. So that's love. But man, I appreciate everybody. Make sure if y'all can spend the money with our community. We need it. They letting off a lot of our people at jobs. You feel me? A lot is going on right now. We don't need no more of our money leaving out our community. You feel me? So I appreciate that. If y'all make sure you know what you can. I'm not saying everything, but the most that you can is gonna help us. You feel me? Who is this man Pablo coming into the chat trying to do a drive-by? Pablo said Water God TV Ed Blum Republican is actively targeting reparation initiative designed to benefit FBA. What's your thoughts? Man, my thoughts is getting my people together. That's gonna handle itself, actively targeting us for reparations. We still finna keep pushing, you know.
Ain't nothing new.
Yeah, they been stopping. Yeah, they been stopping us to getting reparations. Like, we still trying to control this 1.8 trillion, and we still pushing for them reparations. We don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
It's just gonna keep coming up.
Yeah, they gonna keep doing it. So we gonna keep doing what we doing. But I be seeing you, Pablo. I know you probably from Venezuela or somewhere. You be coming in, always spraying my chats in my comment section. But we got Pablo Escobar, man, coming in trying to respect. Okay. But salute Lanita, everybody who joined this chat, man. Tony Red, Izzo, Dark Gable. I appreciate y'all, man. For real. It's all love. IBEX, man. So we on here, y'all. We go Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. We on live. We got this coming up, man. This meet and greet. We want to chop it up with our people. So make sure y'all spread the word about that. I'm gonna put it on the post. If y'all can't make it, we gonna come to a city near you. Believe that. We gonna come to you, and we want you to come out, man, because we gotta talk face to face. We gotta get our people together, man. And hey, we can't be putting all our game plan and talking our game plan on the internet. So we trying to make this possible to where we can always talk to each other. All right. So man, I love and appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all hit that like button so they can push this on our algorithm. People really appreciate these lives and appreciate our conversations. So y'all stay dangerous. Y'all know how we do. Yeah, Justin, for real, man. We love our lady. We love our lady. We gotta keep showing that. We want them to show the love to us too, man. So we love y'all for real. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tapped in with me. We got big things that we doing. So I need y'all to stay tapped in so you can tell a friend, tell our people, and know what's going on. So I love y'all, man. I catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love.